Yeah, if you look, we'll find. You know me, I know the wear socks.
If it's possible, then.
So even if you don't wear socks, you're waterproof. You're in the house now. Just wear the waterproof.
Now, like, if I need waterproof, we go use socks, clamp and make
Yeah,
it.
so I wore the socks because. And then that's why I want the gloves too, so that my hand will sweat.
You see this one now?
No, you need to wet it, rub cream. I have extra gloves. I need to throw this one away actually.
You understand? So the thing is, this leg now, though, this is why I'm always laughing. There's something that happens to me every year. Whether chemical or no chemical, I no blame the company.
It will peel.
I peel my body every year.
It's not
It's not a peculiar.
I now remember.
You remember that?
It's one from 15 years ago.
They do me.
Yes. Your body they peel, especially your legs.
You
That's a
understand?
good thing.
No, it's a good thing. I'm trying to explain to you how it happened. The thing is that,
It's due to peel, and that
you know, like a snake changes clothes, my body changes. So if you start peeling, but this one is like, maybe they are giving me signal again because I learn from signals. Like this, my hair now, I cut off my hair to scratch. I started afresh. Someone touched my hair wrongly. So the way it is like I was in Morocco, my hair was falling off. Like I do hand like this, my hair fall out. Somebody will know go say, this guy don't get cancer. I just begin laugh. I just bring out my G check. I don't know what thing do me. I just laugh myself. I call my baba, I say, you don't fuck up. Oh. Now you do this one. Because I told him, that is why after cutting my hair, I wash it with coconut, normally. So then there was a time they said I should stop cutting my hair. But that was what led to the peeling off. Like if I sit down in a barbing salon now, immediately they are putting their, I'll start coughing to the extent that all my eyes will be red. I said, okay, let me, Mama, I am on the live stream, I'll call you back. Call Jennifer. Call Jennifer. Okay, she will call you back now. So I now said, okay, I went to Lagos, bought everything. I bought personal clipper, bought personal brush, personal comb, personal everything, including the clothes, the barbing clothes. I bought it, yet, Grigo. If I sit down now, made them barb me. My cough, like, no rana noche baba. I said, okay. And I told them that I will not stop cutting my hair. That if I stop cutting my hair, it will make me to keep dread, which I don't want yet. That I want to be a young guy man that can do normal cutting so that at least for certain years that my wives are suffering. Like there are many terms and conditions that goes with me. If I don't cut my hair again, it will add to the terms and conditions. So please grant me this request. Sincerely, they granted me this request. But on one condition, nobody, anyhow, Kurumoto person should not touch my hair. So terms and conditions, after intercourse, don't touch my hair. So I called my baba, because I always have one baba. So I called my baba, I said, if you go this kind of what matter, if I come, don't barb me. I don't know where my baba go that day. I come. This guy barb me finish. Immediately I dey reach Morocco. My normal hair begin to fall. Mark it. Isimanada. Now, this leg on so that is when I begin to understand that now everybody is not the same. Remember those days that my body turns to like fish? You remember that thing?
Yes, especially when you eat crayfish.
You know how a fish looks? If I eat that thing, then I will just scales will come out of my body.
You will get something
like ogu na put. See,
it's so irritating.
everything about me is just
Those things don't go, Adi.
yes. So it's the more I grow, the more I master.
You made this your leg very rough.
The more I grow, the more I master my energies. But from childhood, bro, we've been different.
Yeah.
We've been different. Just that I not to blame people who train us. Yeah? They did their best in their own knowledge. But I did not master. If I mastered who I was earlier, the only one I mastered, I still dey talk that one. That one that said celibacy. That one helped me.
Oh, your eyes will be clear.
You see, let me tell you, the thing came like a breeze. I did on my own now. This is where they say chi they talk to you. My chi talks to me. Like I don't need the alpha or law. This breeze will come. When the breeze blow, my ear will be hearing the conversation. Like the breeze will blow for me to know that it don't reach. And it always come within the hours of 11. Mbachu, no game mbachu. 10, 12, 10, 30, 11. So I did like this thing come, tell me say, I'm going to use you and do something. But that thing I'm going to use you and do, there is a price. I say, what are you going to use me and do? So I'm going to make you someone globally known, intellectually sound, but there is a price. I said, just globally known, intellectually sound. I said, I'm going to use you and set foundation. But there will be a price. I say, which price? Say, you be celibate until you finish university. Yeah. As a young man, I tell her, I say, okay, I don't know what it said to be celibate. I never understand the heat. You know, when you are still in your teen age, sexual urge never really become a thing. But as I was growing up, I couldn't ask myself, which kind of year agreement me and this thing can't get to. I became like known by almost everybody. Those days in school now, you know. So, okay, let's say that the secondary, I don't have any pressure until I went into higher institution. I was the king of the ladies. You need to go to my class to pass. Now I teach. So I have people that just want to be around me. I can remember one lady, Blessing. Blessing told me, you know the man, no? I didn't even know because I promised that and that. So I had a girlfriend that time. Her name was Promise. Girlfriend for mouth. I don't know her color of her bra. The only day I saw her bra was there was a day she was wearing clothes like this, and her clothes changed her like that. Is the only bra that I saw, and I can say that this is the bra was orange color. That is the only thing I can say. I know the color of her bra. So growing up, this thing come they do me say, I will build you intellectually and spiritually, but celibate till university. You finish university. There is this lady. She's married now. This girl loved me to a fault. She said, please just change that and say, no, I like create no, when you hear some did. Awesome Gindi, I say, I can't know how to explain it to you. But I don't know how to. For now, see, if you get mind, wait, if you finish university, everyone, you know, so at the end of the day, bro, it was so hard that get one of my, because virtually every lady that encountered me would like me. I have that grace. So that lady came, that girl, I was working for, was it? Yes, I was attached to INEC then. during the election that time. So I met one fine lady that time, Ijoma. Ijoma now came and visited me. Final year. I told Ijoma. Ijoma is related to a Nollywood legend. If I call her name, but just for the camera. So Ijoma came all the way from Lagos to Enugu that time. I told her, there is no, you know what we say? Lagos babe. They are very far. I say, Ijoma, you are very beautiful, but imenyu na alụm ọkụ a ọfọzi obele ebijigirego m ihe ala ofe a na ye ka imenyu ọlụm ọkụ a nwezienu ndidi zemana ayọ na ayọ gị bụ na m na-ekwe gị ya dịka nkwa. If this school is done, if this contract ends with this thing that is telling me that thing, m ga-achọta gị ebe ọ bụla ịma, m ga-ata gị ihe na-ekwere egwu. You know, I'm just saying it. Imago trying to be a man. Bro, that is the climax of my intellectual abilities. So the thing helped me stay focused. You know that? And he added some upper hands for me intellectually. You know that?
There was something that I was saying to our friend.
Yeah.
That at entertaining, you know, like being single, you have options.
Yes.
Entertaining, I don't know if it works the same way for men. It should, because we're all souls. But as a woman, entertaining people, guys, and you know that there's no prospect here. I don't like you like that. You don't have what it is I'm looking for. I probably don't have what it is you two are looking for. Entertaining those types of people, just I think the phrase is dilutes your spirit. It distracts, so not distract in the real sense of like just physical distraction, but intellectually. There are times when you would wake up, you'll be by yourself, you have plenty aha moments, plenty realizations. But because you have company, and it doesn't have to be physical company, because you have maybe someone is chatting you, you're you're distracted. Your mind is somewhere else.
No, the truth is this, the part of the brain that controls intelligence is the part of the brain that controls sex.
Oh.
Do you get the thing now?
I get. That's what I wanted to say.
The exact part of the brain that controls intellectual abilities is the same part of the brain that controls sexology.
I don't know if it's off.
No, say it.
But so spiritually, or should I say traditionally?
Okay.
So Igbo word is devil, ekwensu, what they call.
Okay.
Devil.
Pardonable.
So that's where the creativity comes from. Well, that's where creativity comes from. And with the more creative you are, the higher your libido.
Oh, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, let me expand more. The dome of consciousness, the dome of creativity, Agu. That is the word you are looking for, not Ekwensu.
Okay.
Agu is the creative consciousness, but Ekwensu is the one in charge of that Agu. So in the hierarchy,
that's why people can be so creative to steal and creative to.
You need to be creative for you to. You understand?
Yeah.
For you to. Okay, let me say it this way. In fact, if your lineage is not known for theft, you can't succeed as a criminal. I repeat, if your lineage is not known as payfarers, you wouldn't even excel as a criminal. Everything we do is in Abulu. If you come to Omambala now, I don't think there is any Nando person that have made it as a criminal. It always ends bad for people. In fact, I know many people that died in prison from Nando. I know people that are shot by firing squad. Because it is known in our lineage, we don't do that. But I'm telling you, but Even if a Nando person brings, ordinary water and call it holy water and give it to you, if you drink it and he will tell you that if you give me 5 million, this thing will heal me kidney. 90% chance say the thing will heal you kidney day. It's in their hand. So it's part of Agu. But this is the point now. Your creative consciousness is guided by Ekwensu. Everything that has to do with creativity is under the command of Ekwensu. Ekwensu bụ eze Agu, alongside the feminine energy Abiankata. Ngwa Nnabu. Now, that is what the white men fail to understand. You see, the white men do not understand our ontology and cosmology. They misrepresented us.
Intentionally, is it misrepresentation?
You understand?
Intentionally.
Intentionally, one. Two is that our spiritual system is so deep.
They are shallow beings.
No, you see what I'm telling you. Even to Igbos, many Igbo don't understand Igbo. For example, now, every Igbo word comes, the verb tells you the etymology. For example, abumonye nze, asanunze, the abumonye ozo. The verb is the ze and the zo. The ze means to dodge. I am always dodging against evil. Nze, anamezelo. I dodge away. I avoid. So also, those who stand in the gap, ndị na-azọta ihe. So ndị nze na-ezela aja ihe, ndị ọzọ na-azọtala Igbo, ife deliver. So until people understand the concept of nze na ọzọ, you are an nze for you to abstain from evil. You are an ọzọ to uphold justice. Ka anyị zọta ọdịnala, ka anyị zọta eziokwu, ka anyị zọta nke dịlba anyị nke anyị. So many people think that the nze na ọzọ is just a statement, but the verb alone have defined it. Na ndị nze bụ ndị na-ezele alụ, na-ezele nsọ. Ndị ọzọ bụ ndị bụ the custodians that try to uphold ka ha zọta nke ndị Igbo. So what I'm trying to say is this. When people look at the Igbo statements, they see like, oh, these words are incomplete. Many people are Igbo. Respectfully. They hear Igbo, but they don't understand. You understand? Because our language, just like your language now, you are Izo, right? Nembe.
There's one thing I showed you in that video.
Yeah.
Do you remember the name?
Remind me again.
You said you now say something about Russia. I showed you a name.
Okay. You showed me something and I told you of the Tartarians.
And the Moors.
And the more. The thing is this.
Now, let me ask. We now, are we part of the Moors?
Originally, we are the Mu. M-U. Mu. The land of Mu.
Is it the Mu that become the Moors? Because if you look at the two words.
Before I give you what, okay. Remember I told you that prior to this new era, this common era, when Igbo people say Owawalawa, they are referring to the Big Bang theory that says that the whole tectonic plate of the earth is one before. Like Africa is same thing with Asia, Europe are all in one plane until the Big Bang happened and it split. Are you getting the point now? So how was our ancestors this intellectually deep to use one word and connotate the Big Bang theory? Ihewalawa owa. I don't know if you understand. The Igbo word for earth is owa. Ihewalawa, something broken into minute entity. How were they that deep to understand the Pangaea, that it broke into minute entity? That is to say, we are the people looking at our words as mere words, not understanding the etymology of why our ancestors named them. Now, we found that if you bring all the continents together, you notice that actually they can actually function.
Yeah.
Do you get my point?
Yeah.
So which means truly they were one before the tectonic plate shifted. Then my point is this: how did my ancestor coin that word owa from the word wa? The verb is wa, means break. I don't know if you understand. So you notice that Africans don't even understand their own language. Do you get my point now? So how did these people know that?
You know why? Now, let me give you an example. Just like English language. You know, English language is just something that was built by people like Shakespeare. You understand? Where Shakespeare can just coin a word in his mind.
Yes.
And say something like, rah, and call it whatever he wants.
Editorial and
Put
lexicography.
it in his novels, and tomorrow it will make it to the dictionary. Our language doesn't come up like that. Our language came up from observance.
Continental drift, sorry, brother.
Do you understand? It came out of observance. We observe nature. Whatever we observe, we call it that. Like, it came out of, like, we don't, it's not.
More of consciousness.
Yes.
Oh, I love that statement. Now, if you use that word consciousness, you are now taking me back to the first Oga. Ogangu. Ogaka. Ogazi. Ogachi. India. Trita Yuga.
Hatha Yuga.
Dwapara Yuga. So the point is, in that Ogaka, it was said that we are cosmic energies who now learned how to become flesh. Now, it will make sense now if you understand the word human. Hue and man. The word hue, H-U-E, and the word manifest. That hue means a light beam, then made manifest, became human. A light beam that is made manifest. So when they said, Nanye bo mando,
The beauty of life.
yes, the essence, the beauty of life that was made manifest. Now, this is why I become interested about the lexis and structure of every Igbo word. There is no Igbo word that if you look deep into, you will not understand that our people are conscious thinkers. I use this word, continental drift, and explain to break off different continents drifting apart. And someone used only one word, wa. The root word wa. You had Fino singing, why use cut it into
4.
Right?
Yeah.
So how did they coin that word? Owa. And this is what Alpha said. And the couple said, Owa walawa. That is Owa walawa. That is how the DB recited. No wa walawa. Alpha fatalife fatel. Alpha fatalife fanyelu nuko.
But you can see, I think that as you are saying this, there's something that came out.
Okay.
Like in the morning.
Anyawawa.
So what would you call that? Will you say that it was broken?
That is why I tell you that when you stop, they break. Now, this is the point now. That is why I said when you stop breathing,
they break. Yeah,
you are not breathing in air. You're actually breathing in consciousness. I will explain.
Yes.
If you stop breathing now, if you press your ear now, what you lose is consciousness. I don't know if you understand. If you stop breathing now for like 1 minute, 30 seconds, you will begin to lose consciousness. One, your brain will begin to tell you, I'm shutting down. No. Now they try die. So like every last interpretation of your subconsciousness is now ringing to you. Breathe, breathe. And if you don't breathe, that consciousness will do what?
So even medically, like in a hospital, They will say, oh, he has lost consciousness.
He has lost consciousness. Then, because the consciousness is a spark.
So it's like an awareness.
Yes.
And there's another thing. This is the thing we normally say. It seems like it's a theory. It's not a theory. This our life is like electricity. I used to say, when there's a day somebody asked a question, and this was my answer. Because every time we discuss about religion, God is that. If you talk about God, I say which God?
Yes.
Whatever you want to tell me about God, once you mention God, I'll ask you which God. Because I've lived in India for a long time. That to an Indian man, you must tell him the particular God they're talking about, either Buddha or Hindu.
Sorry, which city did you live in?
I live in New Delhi.
Yeah, I live in Delhi.
Really?
I trained in Delhi.
Which side?
Gurgaon.
Where?
Gurgaon. But well, the different sectors.
Yeah, I know Sector 13, Sector 12. I know.
Sector.
Yeah, I used to during along those metro roads,
Yes.
metro stations. Yeah, I lived in Delhi for around 4 years.
Wow.
So this is the part that affects me.
Now, okay, I was coming. Now, but do you know, in my own definition of God, from what I have, the little gathered, is that just look at this light, right? There are different things that can give this light, and there are just major 4 things that can give this light.
Okay.
Which are fire, earth, water. Normally, sometimes we get from sun. Sun can give us this whole electricity. Then water, which is down, can give us this same whole electricity.
Yes.
These 4 elements.
Yes.
Those ones are apart.
Yes.
Now, when those elements now generate electricity to this house, if the light goes to this bulb, it shines like this. If it goes to the television, we use it and watch movies. If it goes to iron, it forms a different. So if you that means, which means if it's the same light, right? It's the same source, but it diverts itself into the same way you talk of human being as a life. You talk of tree as a different life. You talk of all of them, they gather a spark, a small spark of
the chi,
the God itself.
I was going to say chi.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So if you ask him where is God, see him.
Inside here, is that light?
Now the God you see.
That light.
You don't want to give God full job.
So sorry to say, this is why I tell my children, you are God, number 1. Number 2, your body is the vessel that is carrying God about. Yeah. So, and they'll be like, oh, so why do we have to pray? See, because you have to talk to yourself, to bring that consciousness that I can do this. This is what I want to achieve. So it's like you're hyping, you're gingering yourself. So yes, and so there's something my son says, that there's different versions of you in the, I would say, multiverse. That's what he says.
Yes.
There are different versions of you that look at you. And so when you talk to yourself, you talk to those versions of yourself.
Quantum entanglement.
Which is possible because you look at the dream life.
Yes.
There you take another body.
So, and after all of this, maybe by morning, I'll tell you something you said about the stomach thing and all that. So you are your light, and your body is the vessel. So, and most times they'll ask me about like tattoos. And I ask them, when you go to church, when you see a mosque, do you see people write on the mosque? Do you? The same thing with, oh mama, when can I have a boyfriend? When can I have a girlfriend? That vessel, how often do you see people rub poo on the church? In fact, on the house, because house is like safety, vessel for safety. How often do you see people? So when you give your body to people, you are denting, but then it doesn't just dent the vessel, it also dents the light.
Haruna Banda.
That is the word.
That is what the Indian calls it.
So
The Igbo call it Ora.
Yes.
So it also dents that light, and even people ask why I don't socialize a lot. There are people that if they see me here talking, they'll be shocked because I don't invest my energy in conversations with people. I don't do body contact. I don't, and I do my best to take care of my body because, like I said, it's your vessel. That's what's carrying your light about.
Mm-hmm.
And so I also decorate my body like it is a vessel. It's also the reason why I wear only white. It's also the reason why I will not show my skin, things like that. And so it's all because of that light. But many people are not conscious of what their light is.
Why do you wear white? Because Indians wear white. So there are some Indians that have never worn any other color in their life.
Yeah. So it's.
What's the only reason for white?
Consciousness.
Okay.
So, does color matter?
Color do matter.
Yeah.
Color do matter, and depending on remember, when we talk of the light spectra, the king of all color is black.
EOG.
And the EOG, that is what the Igbo people call it. And that EOG is actually the name of the Most High.
Actually, God is black. Have you heard this before?
You don't need to ask because
when I say God is black, I mean literally. We the blacks, we are the sons of God. We actually mingle with children of sons of men.
Psalm 82.
Who are the whites?
In your Bible.
These are actually.
Psalm 82.
That thing I was asking you about the Moors. It was actually the Moors that put us in the problem we are today.
I said I'm going to tell you that the Moors begin to mingle with the cave women.
The cave women. Now then gave them power. We kill ourselves. In fact, you see, from the day I learned this truth, I stopped feeling like, most of the times I feel like the whites are evil.
No. This is how you understand it. One thing I want you to understand is this. Respectfully. If I've not mastered anything, I mastered the light spectra, different color and their frequency. There are some things I can't do on white. There are some things I can't do on red. But immediately I change on black, I deliver. Now, for Ekwensu to work in its best form, Ekwensu must be on black. And I will tell you what it means. When you hear the Igbo people saying, Akamalun Zuada Munyi, I will explain. When we talk of peace, serenity, we might be talking about Ogugu. White. Is a feminine energy. She loves peace. She loves calmness. She loves progress, prosperity. But there and then, we can't be talking to Ogugu and they tell us that the invaders are coming into our land to destroy us. You can't be thanking your chief for prosperity when invaders are coming in with the sword. It means that the hour has come, at least, to switch. Ogugu is not known for that. So you need to go to a masculine pantheon who is in charge and has the capacity. And that pantheon, we begin to look at Orobala, Ekwensu. Instantly, we keep the Nzu and look for charcoal, Unyi, and dawn on our face, dawn on the deity, and tell them that the time has come. Those who want us dead. Do you understand the point now?
So why this makes a lot of sense to me, I think it just validates where I'm at now. Something we were saying when she was around, that yes, calm, demure, but I'm at the point where if this is what needs to be done.
Yes.
So when she was talking to you, And I was saying, if this is what needs to be done, I'm at the place where I'm ready. Nobody's coming to save me. I know that I'm the vessel that God will use to save me. So yeah. So it makes a lot of sense.
Let me tell you something I read as a Christian those days in Old King James. Not this new translation. Old King James, Job chapter 8, verse 13. He said, those who does not understand the secret of their God will perish in their hope. Meaning, they talk say, my God is able. He said, you will die in that your hope because you don't understand. Yeah, you are ignorant of what is obtainable.
Even the same Bible talks about people perishing because of lack of knowledge.
Yes. Hosea 4:6. So what am I trying to say? As I am now, the first thing I've mastered this. I am still thankful that I was a Christian. It makes me to be able to tell people things. If they want to be polite, I will be very polite. Then I'm also very thankful that I was very prolific in Judaism. That I can speak to the person with the Torah respectfully. Also thankful that I practiced Islam. So that I can boldly tell you, oh, I know how it tastes the other side. But do you know my greatest confidence? When I discovered the powers in Nji. When I learned the ways of my ancestors, the alchemy of my ancestors.
Yeah, alchemy.
I said, oh, was this the knowledge I have been looking for?
The word alchemy, which gave us chemistry, all came from the
ancient name of Egypt,
yes,
Kemet.
Kemet, which means black too.
So do you get my point now? So my greatest joy is this. Being very open-minded as a Christian, I read the Bible very well. Literary and illiterary. Then subsequently, when my consciousness was elevated, I said, okay, Judaism, here I come. So I became very open-minded to try and understand Islam. Now, when I came into the knowledge of Nji, first of all, I tried to understand why does this do whatsoever they say it do. So I begin to understand that, number one, see the Almighty Creator as the HOD. Not even HOD. See him as the VC of a school. The divine energy. See him as the VC of the school. Then that has several HOD. Which means if you want children, this is the HOD of that department. If you are going for war, this is the HOD of this department. The problem we are still making is this. You can't be telling the Almighty that you want children. I want food. I want intellect. Then what is the job of these HODs?
And you have direct access to the HOD.
Yes, and I have direct access to this HOD. Now, when I was studying, I discovered why the major 4 archangels that they taught us in Judaism, which Michael, the one you call Michael, Gabriel, Uriel, and Raphael. That is the great pantheon El, dividing himself in different characteristics and attributes. Now, Ekwensu, just because that Ekwensu fights war does not limit Ekwensu to only a warrior. The gift of prophecy is under Ekwensu. Revelation, dream, soothsaying, blah, 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 under Ekwensu. Creativity, under Ekwensu. Right? Talent, skill set, under Ekwensu. But that does not mean that is the only thing Ekwensu can do. He's a good negotiator, a lobbyist. Now, the thing is this. The Westerners misinterpreted the concept of these pantheons.
I don't think they did. I don't think I would say misinterpreted. I think that they misinterpreted not out of
Ignorance, but
intentionally
intentionally.
misinformation.
This is why I said that they misinterpreted it ignorantly. When I study the Egyptian pantheons, most of the things these so-called Egyptologists are calling, this is a deity of this one, I said, is actually a principle. They are canonizing it as deity, to create the sense of deity, not knowing that these are principle. Okay, let me show you an example now. This is called the Ikenga, right? The two hands. The Yoruba calls it Awori Meji. The Igbo people call it Agalenambo. Ikenga. It means all hand must be on deck. You must be doing something, because if you don't soil your hand, you can't make ends meet. So now, someone who is an Ofeke will look at this and say, this is an idol. Instead of saying that this is a concept, a principle that reminds everybody that you must be doing something with your both hands. Now you can see in the both hands of the Ikenga is holding tools, maybe as a woodcarver, as an artist, as a biochemist, whatsoever you are doing, both hands on deck. The both hand is not actually about hands.
Yeah.
It's reminding you of your right brain and your left brain. That is why the Igbo people have something we call the Osovu and the Osora. Means the eye that sees negativity and the one that sees positivity. This is how I understand life. I understand life like an automatic vehicle that has the throttle, that is the accelerator, and the brake. If I am running to pick my kids, I need the accelerator. Once I see my kids, the accelerator is no longer my friend. Who is now my friend? That is to say, nothing is actually bad. Each one plays their role as at when due. This is the Igbo understanding of the good and bad, the yin and the yang. Do you get my point? Yeah. So now, but these people came, they are looking for something to paint the Satan. And they discovered that during the war, which they fought with us, that this very pantheon played tricks on them. Sometimes, Ekwensu will make rain to fall at night. And the British is fighting the Ekumeku war with us, Ekumeku war. Then he will tilt the sun. The sun will be very reddish. Tilt the sun to an angle that the reflection of the sun will be on the flowing flood of water. And the water will now look as if to say it is the blood of our Igbo ancestor. They will throw out their weapon and come to rejoice. And will capture them alive. So Ekwesu was playing different tricks during that war.
Oh, they know bad.
So they needed a victim that will salvage the plot. So they made the Ekwensu to become Satan. Whereas you don't translate a noun. Do you understand my point? So the concept the king reminds us is this. Your both hands must be doing something. Meaning, you also should understand the concept of doing that which is right and doing that which is not right. Because two of them is going to give you the same thing. Why? If you are too kind, people will misinterpret your kindness as vulnerability.
Stupidity.
To be weakness, stupidity. From there, actually later. But if you understand the concept of limit, I get my point. The concept of limit. Ekwensu was there, bombarding for us. Now, in the 42 principles of my art, there is one of the laws that said, thou must not defame a deity. Any pantheon you defame, I don't know the name of the pantheon of your people. Like when we say Tamuno now, if I defame Tamuno, the potency of Tamuno will diminish. It's listed in the 42 principles of my art. In Igbo people will say, Ekuno otolose. Meaning, don't ever say defamation, derogatory words or defame a pantheon. So when we begin to speak otolose on Ekwensu, Ekwensu begin to, the energy begin to do what? To fade from us. We begin to compose music. Ekwensu kiyere megi no wa. Ekwensu enyengi iwu. So many derogatory music. Now, we begin to gratify a new deity given to us. We call it Yahweh, we call it Jehovah, we call it anyone they brought. Now, it boils down to identity crisis. Tell an African child that Ekwensu is Yahweh. He said, how could you say that? Do you get my point? But tell an African child that Ekwensu is useless. He said, yes. Identity crisis. Which means that which is indigenous to you is so inferior that he cannot compete with that which came.
And what you're saying makes a lot of sense because what you're saying makes a lot of sense because so the discussions that I have with my children when it comes to like identity is it's pretty much what you're saying. So in fact, let me not go into it, but what you're saying makes a lot of sense.
Okay, so my point exactly is simple. Somewhere, when we say Ndi Otu, means those light beams that we are in the same constellation before we became flesh. These are your Ndi Otu. Meaning your partner when we were even before we became flesh. So there are several interactions we had which manifest like Iyuwa, like oath. Like somebody will say, if I reincarnate again, I will never be poor. And you see that person walking to, you'll be saying, but this person's background. You see this person doing everything and lo and behold, money comes. Now, some people will say, if I let me say it in Igbo before I say it in Igbo, maybe the person did not give birth to child the last so at her old age he said, if I reincarnate again, instead of me not to procreate, I will even give birth in my father's house. That has become Iyuwa. The person will come trying to be a good child. One guy will touch him. That day he go get belly. And that kind of belly, if you like, drink all the thing you drink, you know go come out. The knowledge of Iyuwa makes me not to speak harshly on people. Makes me to understand that sometimes we are not, that most times we are not the architect of what is happening to us, but our actions and inactions engenders them, because everything is working in binary. If you do this, you get 1. If you don't do this, you get 0.
My son says all things are binary.
Everything. Why is it that Moses was given the 10 commandments? Why the word 10? Because it is binary, 1 and 0. Do you understand the thing? In fact, this is a simulation. And for you to understand that it's a simulation is this. The sun has gone down. That was why when I was doing Alpha, I was beginning to notice that the radar has gone down. I was tapping from the last radar of the sun that I know. at a point, I knew that I can no longer. I decided to stop. Now, when the sun comes out tomorrow, I have full network. Do you know why? Every statement said under the earth today is recorded somewhere. We call it cloud computing. You understand? Everything happening to you today, this our discussion, is recorded somewhere. But it is in theosophy, it is called Akashic record, like those record that has been kept time immemorial. The only way is for you to find it is two ways. It's either psychedelic, to go into astral projection, or through divination, alpha. Now, most times, people that do astral projection often tend not to be able to handle what they see. That is why in the African alchemy, if you want to be exceptional, we need to tap from the ray of the agua that comes in a dog. You know a dog? A dog sees 3D.
Yeah, really female.
Yes. So there is a species of dog, not all dog, especially the Dalmatian breed, a cook. The Dalmatian has the ability to see more. So what we do now is the ancient Dibias are complete. Our ancestors, African ancestors are very good. In Egypt, you see a deity called Anubis. Anubis. Anubis is what we can call Agu in the Igbo concept. She's in charge of your other eye, dreams, creative consciousness, like thought. But the funniest twist is this. How did our ancestors understand all these animals and their characteristics? For example, if a marriage is failing and we want to bring peace into the marriage, we use dove. Why? Balakuku. Nenwerontopo. That is the Igbo word for dove. Balakuku. Nenwerontopo. A spotless dove. Balakuku. Iwata. Balakuku. So, this, how did they understand the blood alchemy? I should be asking myself, how did I understand? Because they understood more than me. So now, if there is a need for restitution, they will look for a ram, a he-goat, or a sheep, depending on what they are restituting for. If there is a need for them to upgrade your eye to see against evil, they will begin to look for the owl. Later, I understood that the owl sees 270 degrees. The owl can turn its head 270 degrees. You see why they understand? So, which means what people are seeing as witchcraft is actually advanced science. And that is why my definition of witchcraft is which of the craft was used.
So it kind of concerns me because these are the things that my children are interested in. And the oldest is 14. And they are what people call nerds, so they are very science inclined. And because they are homeschooled, they do a lot of research. So the conversations we have are not normal children conversations. And I worry sometimes, well, not worry, so I'm concerned that sometimes they can get lost.
They just need a guide.
Without guidance.
Yes.
So without guidance. And it's the reason why I say to myself that whoever it is that I'll get married to has to be someone that is deeply rooted in culture. Deeply rooted in culture, you know the way, what they call this
I don't see you getting married, actually. I see you doing what we call like Permit me for sounding like this. Partnership. Like soul partnership. Like, when I mean not marriage in the name of marriage.
You know, the way they do.
Just like I live for you, you live for me.
We know that we did for each other.
But that is what I see you do, you know. So
Samoans,
yes,
indigenous people,
yes,
have deeply rooted in their culture. Yeah. So then I think some Yorubas are like that, but Igbos are like that. And so it's people that are very close knit in their culture and their tradition, that every Christmas, every December, go home, you know, have time with family, do cultural stuff. I cannot be with someone that is not conscious.
It is because your level of consciousness have been elevated. In fact, let me shock you. You can't even have a decent conversation with a daft person.
And so this thing you're saying, I think one group down in, somebody made a statement, and she responded to me, like, no, it was like a reply to somebody's, and I said, respectfully, I will have to step away from the conversation, because I can't, when I think of engaging, it tastes like vinegar in my mouth, just the thought of engaging. And I said that the truth is, I don't water cactus, like cacti. So plants that don't need water, I don't water. Both are live plants, and I don't water dead plants. So I cannot imagine it.
That is why you should be thanking people like me. And I will tell you why. Common sense is a blessing to he who have it, and also a curse to the he who have it, because you have to put up with the ignorance of those who doesn't have common sense. That is the worst thing that ever happened to me, and I will tell you why. I've lavished all my youth on research. Like, if I tell you that I'm not going to Russia for fun, I'm not going to Russia for fun. But you know, everything in life, the good and the bad, goes together. So after all my research, I know I will still explore Russia. But I'm telling you, the main core value I'm going to Russia is for research. Now, I've lavished all my youth on research. Like, I hate to not understand the working principles of things.
This is how my children brain work. And it made them struggle in school because the teacher wants to tell you A and you should accept A.
None of my children goes to school. Let me say it again. All my children are homeschooled. I have 3 children. All are homeschooled.
I don't.
Now, the reason is this. The greatest knowledge a child can get first is the informal education from interaction. And that is why Africans don't send their parents to adult home. When our parents get old, they live in with us to transfer indigenous knowledge to their grandchildren. That is how posterity records. Do you get my point? This is the climax of the problem. I was studying the Japanese writing system. So when I was studying kanji, because I have a program in Japan.
So I'm laughing because my daughter is doing that.
So I have a program in Japan a few months to come. So I wouldn't want, if I get to Japan, I now need a translator. I don't like it. Like, before I go to any country now, I'll make sure that I know basic. Like Russia now, I have started looking up. I need to know basics of Russia, so that at least if I land in the airport, I can say. So this is me. So when I was studying, the first research that made me to study about the Japanese is years back. I discovered that the ancient writing system, that what we call chi in Igbo, is almost the same identical writing system in Japanese. I check it in Chinese, almost the same writing system. I check it in Korea, almost the same writing system. And I begin to say, something is actually wrong. When I dug deeper, I discovered that the Japanese people have made that looks like my own. Tochi, Chika, Ngozi, Chiko, Nka. I said, what is happening? It wasn't making sense until I saw names like Ogwejofo. And I went into deep research. And I now discovered that our ancestors actually migrated a whole lot. For example, somebody said the other day that he went to Guzo. I don't know if you know of Guzo. The Guzo is a... Which state is Guzo again?
In which country?
Nigeria, yeah. Northern side of Nigeria. So he said that the Fulani Caliphate celebrates 200 years. As at the year it's 2004. They celebrated that 200 years in Guzo. But they discovered that there is an Igbo tribe that have migrated, that has been in that place for 400 years. Zamfara State. Do you understand? Now, personally for me now, due to my research, I discovered that if you go to Southern Kaduna, that the tribe, the Zangon Kataf, the people that speak Atia language, are actually Igbos. But this is where they are. Kaduna. I traced my Igbo people till Jos, Castina, Nasarawa, down to this place. And I begin to ask myself, if these people can migrate this way. Now let me now shock you. What we speak as Igbo now has been adulterated over the years.
I can imagine.
I went to that language, I'm seeing somebody saying Fura, Fura to mean son. Not Fura de Nuno. Like in their language, they say Fura to mean son. And in the ancient Alpha language, Ufuara is also son. Fura, Ufuara. And I asked myself, what is going on? I said, okay, let me see if I can find any linguistic compatibility. Studying Japanese language gave me goosebumps.
What did you find?
I found that similarities in our ancient writing system, in the syllabus. You know, over something that has lasted up to 20,000 years, there might be disparities, but you must find root words that are still unique. Till today, what the Igbo people call Ogiri is still in Japan as Onigiri. How? So I wrote to them, I said, I want to come. They said, come. So my point is, the level of consciousness we have, we make you, when you say things beyond your age, let me use that word, beyond your age, or beyond their consciousness, that is a word, the right word. They begin to look at you as if to say,
Weird.
you are a weirdo, or you claim I too know.
So it's the reason why I'm selective with who I mix up with. I'm selective with where I go to. Even when I go out, it has to be a private place. It has to be a private outing. You don't just like crowd, go to cinema, go to the movies, and it's crowded. I don't.
Some things really doesn't sit right with me. When you know too much, it becomes a blessing and also a curse. Like, for example, I understand how the secus was used by the Roman for distraction. So I understand that some of the things we love to do is actually pure distraction. For example, now do you know what I did now? I begin to practice reverse psychology. That which is used for distraction can also be used for contraction.
Give me an example.
Social media. One of the main reasons of social media is distraction. but if utilized properly, can be used for enlightenment.
I don't like you anymore. Because I'm supposed to be sitting down here seeing you do this. I'm supposed to be doing that. But I just feel like, wait, did I do all this? Did I go to school? Do I do all this enlightenment to come and be an influencer? To come and be seen on social media? To come and be. So today I had a meeting with somebody to discuss something in that line. I don't like you. Let's just do it.
Let me just say it this way. The funniest truth is that I am not even doing it at my own volition. Like, if I say I will not open camera today, it's going to be a problem for me. If you ask him, he will tell you. Like, I will stay with you, and I'll tell you, nah, I want to do teaching now. He'll be like, can you say, kita. And it might be dependent on the message I have. Like, I've been teaching for years, but I've never looked at a book and say, this is what I will teach. I don't plan what I'm going to say. I don't have any topic that I plan to say. I just on camera, anything they say, we should say. We say it. And this is what it happens. The more you say it, the more you see people that resonate with why you say it. But be ready to face utmost rebuttal.
So, I don't like it.
Social media is not for the weak. Oh. You see what I'm telling you?
So the thing now is, I'm one who, I think the shakers I've seen have molded me to not care about what people think.
Yeah.
To not care about what people say. I mean, for me to leave where I was, come out and be thriving and doing what I'm doing, it's, for you to homeschool your children in Abuja, not in any other state, in Abuja, and people know that you homeschool your children. In fact, I've been sued for homeschooling my children.
You've been
sued
by
for homeschooling my children, and I won.
Why wouldn't you win?
So it's I don't care about what people think. When I go to people, this evening when I was here, I asked myself that is it not a positive, negative trait? So when I see someone post something, I go to the comments in search for negative comments. I'm like, so how can people be thinking this way? How can you not be able to keep your thoughts to yourself? How can you not control your emotions? So I don't really care about the negative. The truth is, my greatest fear fear is that I'll succeed. There's nothing that I've done that has never succeeded. I've had about 13 businesses and I've sold all of them. Sold because somebody wants it and they're begging you to, I want to come on. It's like I'm starting from scratch, but I'm starting from the top. That's how it is. And so it doesn't take time to keep
for you
up.
to spark up.
And the concern that I have now is just calm down. Let me be balanced. Let me be going small. My life, nothing works that way for me. It's either you're here or you're all the way up there.
That means the best teaching I would refer you to is one of the teachings I made referencing the Christian Bible, 2 Kings chapter 4, 1 to 13. You know what happened there? Elisha saw a woman whose husband was a prophet. And this woman asked Elisha, man of God, help me. The debtors are coming to take my 2 sons as collateral. Elisha asked that woman something. Listen, how may I help you? Question 1. Question 2, what do you have? The woman answered like an average black-headed person. I have nothing, only but a little jar of oil and a morsel of corn. Negligence of potential. She didn't say, I have a small jar of oil and a morsel of corn. She said, I have nothing, only a little jar of oil and a morsel of corn. That is to say, she really didn't place any value on the oil. And Elisha said something. I'm picking that storyline. He said, go in to your neighbor and borrow ye vessels. When you borrow vessels, shut the door and begin to pour this oil into the vessel. The story said that as they are doing it, when he said, give me more vessels, and the children said, no more vessels, the oil ceased to flow. What I'm saying is this. I think you already have the oil. Are you getting my point? What you need now, you've actually borrowed vessels. What you need now is to shut the door. And what the door you need to shut is actually the fear of success. Now, let me tell you why I said, I'm using myself for example. Do you know I can go to my comment and I see 500 persons that I know that on a normal, I am intellectually better, academically better, physically better, will tell me things that is so demeaning, and I will overlook it.
It doesn't even make sense. It doesn't make sense.
Like you see a lady whom I know that, like I can confidently say, I will marry you and I'll confidently take care of her. She'll be telling me things that, and she's not even in my age bracket. So I look at them and say, this is the price of having common sense. And let me tell you something, as human, sometimes it gets to you, regardless of your level of consciousness. But sometimes it will get to you.
Yeah, no, I understand.
But we've mastered the act of, you know what to do? We shut the door, close our ear from listening to negativity, and focus on the vision. So what am I trying to say? You have the oil, you've borrowed vessel, but you've not shut doors. Shut the door.
I've been trying, no, but the handle has broken.
That is why you need an Elisha. Are you listening?
Yeah.
In life, sometimes it takes a challenge to introduce a champion.
You know, there's one movie I just watched of recent. In that movie, before, the slave masters, they don't teach the blacks
Yes.
anything about the Bible, Christianity.
Yes.
Until they found out that there is one particular farm or farmyard where the man was evangelizing, like he was teaching his slaves about Christianity.
And they are doing massive.
And they were doing better than those ones that they were keeping the Bible away from.
Have you read this book, How to Make a Negro Christian?
Others were like, really?
If you read that book,
The man was like, yes, if you teach them the Bible, tell them that God will,
they'll be telling you, happy are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness.
you will read what
They'll be telling you, slaves, be obedient to your earthly master, not with eye service.
Have you seen this movie? What's the name?
This new movie that came out on Netflix?
I don't know if I don't think it's a new movie. But about the Harriet Tubman.
Okay.
That's her name. Harriet Tubman. So that's what they were doing.
Is it the Harriet Tubman, the South African lady that was they were showing all the one that have big bum bum?
No. Harriet Tubman is a slave. She's black. She was a slave.
Okay.
And she rescued slaves.
Okay. I thought it was a slave that have the big butt.
No. Rescued slaves, and that's what they used to preach.
Let me tell you something. If you read this book, How to Make a Negro Slave, a Negro Christian, how to make a Negro Christian, and maybe you begin to understand how the matrix work. Right? The smartest empire that have ever happened on earth was the Roman Empire. The Roman Empire saw every empire that rose before him and crumbled and did something that we will not disintegrate, we will transmogrify. So when the Roman Empire saw that they have come to almost the end of their destiny, they switched from an empire
Constantine
to a religion.
Constantine.
You get my point? When Medmed the second, king, the king Medmed of second, the Arabian king that conquered Constantinople, before he fought that war, he called his best diviners through the help of his mother. And the Dibia told them that if you fight this war at this full moon, that the constellation is aligning in your favor. See, do you know? Sorry that I'm saying this. There are days you make love to create a child and you give birth to a star seed. Do you hear what I said? Do you hear what I said? There are days you make love to your spouse to give birth to a star seed.
What's the star seed again?
Star seed are exceptional breeds.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
They are rare. That doesn't come all the time.
All those, okay.
Okay? I don't like calling myself one. Do you understand my point? So the point is this. Even while making love, you create you manifest reality of the child you want. Sorry that I'm saying this. I told if we give birth to 10 children, all of them will look like me. She said, why? I said, because I manifest them before they come. Genesis 30:30. That alchemy was written as an allegory in the Bible. When Jacob wanted to confuse his father-in-law, Laban, he said, the Bible said, he went and cut the almond tree and the poplar leaf, designed it to the place that the animal will be drinking from. He selected animal on heat and pushed them there. When they see the spot that he designed, when they give birth to animals that have spot on their body.
And he had an agreement with his in-law
that any animal that has spot will become you. So,
and you know, it's funny because when I want
so why I'm saying this is that you are in a generation where majority carries the vote. That is the worst thing that happens to Africa. If there are stupid majority, they will rule over the wise minority. Do you understand my point?
Yeah.
And that is why the first thing I've learned, please, moderator, do not block anybody, please. The first thing I've learned on my earth is I've learned the power to become whatsoever I want to become. Are you listening? I create my reality. I create my reality like I create my reality. I create my reality. I manifest whatsoever I want to be. You know, the problem is that this century is always equating achievement to material gains. Once your yardstick of measurement is material gain,
I failed already.
you are doomed.
No.
It's not like material gains are not important.
No, it is part of, listen,
They are necessary.
understand this word. If you understand the allegory, seek ye first the kingdom. Every other thing shall be added unto you. Seek virtue, and the wealth will come. Are you listening? The Kenga says, Agalinambo, if my two hands are doing something, wealth must come. Now, do you know predicament? You are passing through shege. Sometimes it's there for a reason. I don't know when Kemadaga, I know that there is one you pass through and you begin to ask yourself, Namibi Job?
No.
No, let me.
I thought you small for this one. Stray bullet don't hit you. Namibi Job? Like, am I from the lineage of that guy where they tell us for story Bible?
What is it?
Now, this is what I do. This is what I do for myself. First of all, I have refused to do what everybody wants. The first day I became independent of my life is the day I said I will do that which pleases me.
And when people now see it as, oh, you're being stuck up,
Yes.
you're being selfish,
Yes.
you are being snobbish.
Yes.
And I'm at the point where, I mean,
you don't even care.
Myself.
Choose yourself. Now, let me tell you why. When I decided to be who I am now, or I'm not saying that to be whatever I am today, it came from a very difficult decision. It came with rejections. See, do you know who woke me up today? Only my mom woke me up today. In a long while, I had one of the most peaceful discussions with my mom. See, sometimes it is good to be a prodigal son. When you see things that work out for you and others don't see it, we're chilly. My mom said, you decided you are going to be a dibia. I know she's been a mom trying to save the son. And I told my mom, if I perish, I perish. I'm mad to get me.
I just wrote it to my friend when she was like, when I said I was sleeping, she said, you sure? I said, perish. Coming to a point where nothing really phases me anymore. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't.
Then do you know the funniest thing? My mom made one statement that gave me joy. She said, let me see you do this thing one more year and see if you are going forward or you are going backward. She said that in that year. And that thing is my biggest drive. Now, today, my mom woke me up. Said, I missed your call. I saw that message. I called her last night. She didn't answer. She have already slept. I called her. We had a very deep discussion. My mom is a prophetess. We had a very deep, spiritual deep discussion. And I was just nodding my head. And all I have been saying is now making sense to my mom. And I told myself, whomever that will say that a prophet is with no honor in his household is a lie. I have gotten the honor.
At first, you will not get.
But at first, I saw Shege and the Banza. But there is one secret I implemented. Let your light shine before men. Let my attitude, let my chronicles be that which will attest for whether I am good or bad. So I decided to put in all the work. And today, I had one of the most peaceful, I swear to Almighty. After that discussion, I went back to bed and slept. You don't know what it means that someone who didn't understand what you are doing.
Don't worry, I know what it means. I know you know why I know what it means.
So today, it's like all I've been saying made sense to my mom. And I told her for one reason. There is no pantheon greater than the pantheon of your fathers. Any other pantheon is a lie. Are you getting my point? If you are from Kaduna, there is no pantheon greater than that which is indigenous to the Kaduna people. I don't know if you get my point. So as an Igbo man, there is nothing that will be greater than that which is indigenous to my people. The day people will understand this. That does not mean, listen now, if you listen to the article, I wrote about Ekwensu and Yahweh. I said, this is not a disrespect to Yahweh, because to the people who owns Yahweh, it is great. I don't know if you understand. So also to us who own Sekwensu, it is great. But Deuteronomy 32, verse 9 said, I have given to every nation their own God. But I've chosen you to be your God. Listen, Yahweh is telling them, I have given to every nation their own God. But to you, Israel, I've chosen to be your God. Which means, even the idiot where they argue me, say Yahweh no be Ekwensu, no sabi in Bible. I have given to every nation their own pantheons. But I've decided to be the pantheon of this nation. When he said that statement, and I looked and said, what is the pantheon of my people? Now, I told somebody that Chukwu is not the oldest, that it is Christianity that made Chukwu a universal deity in Igbo land.
What's the name of that? Is it priest or pastor?
Is it the Reverend Father?
That converted the Igbo Bible.
Bishop Shanahan. So I said Chukwu is not the oldest pantheon.
Even Ekwensu said he was the one that made it.
Yes, it was him that made Ekwensu. So I said, if you understand etymology, look for the oldest settlement of the Igbo people. Look for the culture of the Igbo people. Tell me a community that bears Umuchukwu. I'm asking everybody, is there any village? The only village that bears Umuchukwu is the one that just converted the name less than 5 years ago in Anambra State, in Nkerehi, Urumba North, Urumba local government, Iwata, Urenskala side. There is a village that called them Dr. Madoka village. They begin to answer Umuchukwu. Then Arochukwu, the owners of the pantheon Chukwu, that is the only place you will see the word Umuchukwu. Outside that place, show me any other place you will see Umuchukwu.
Chukwu was never good.
Because it is Christianity that made Chukwu a universal pantheon.
Yes, Chukwu was never.
But I will give you a name you will see in almost.
Even Chineke is even older than Chukwu.
Chineke is older than Chukwu in by sense. But there is the thing called Ele.
Ele.
Yes.
Ijele.
ELE. It is one of the oldest names for the pantheon, the sun deity. That is why Ijele is Ije-ele, the movement of this Ele. Are you getting my point? The movement of this Ele. Now, if you go to Imo State, you notice that there is another deity called Ele, another masquerade called Ele. Anambra called their own Ijele. Ijele. So you see, in Abia State, in Uturu, in Okigwe, in Abia State, there is a place we call Ugu Ele.
I know Ugu Ele.
That is the oldest archaeological evidence for now found in Igbo land. But when the white man discovered that this will prove that we predates everybody on earth, they used caterpillar and destroyed it. Are you hearing what I'm saying? What was found at Uguele, if it is kept, it shows that we predate every human on the face of this earth. They carbon dated it and they discovered about, at least, they said 500,000 years. But I know they are lying. Are you getting my point? So, now, you hear people saying, Omuele Chukwu. Omuele Chukwu is a new coining. Abumonye Omuele. Abumonye Ele. Abumonye Nkankanka. Now, this is why I'm interested in that name, Ele. When you now go to Middle East, you begin to see the deity El. Michael, Gabriel, blah, 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 blah.
Even elder.
From that L, we got the word elite, elect. Because if you are not in the L, you are not elevated.
You are not in the ruling kingdom.
Yes. So, but the Igbo people,
Council of Elders.
Okay, somebody said, I am from Umuele in Imo State. So the problem becomes, sister, you can go and sleep. I feel like in a message. So the people who does not understand their spiritual system, their cosmology, their ontology, their cosmogony, they would never dig deep to understand this. Now, my problem is this. When I told them, imagine me teaching that Chukwu is not the universal name of the Okirike. That even in Alpha cult language, we have Akose, which predates Chukwu as the name of the supreme, Akofu Akose. Somebody who does not know his left from the right is writing on Facebook that he doesn't know where I fabricate what I say. To the feeble mind, it is fabrication.
Did he go and do his own research?
Do you get my point? Because somebody have told him, no, Chukwu.
Imagine, you are answering, we take Chukwu as God, right? Now, there's Umu Chukwu. There's still Umu Ekwensu. So what would you call that video?
Exactly.
There is Umu Ekwensu.
So, you see the problem. Somebody say, he's from Umu Elem in Obieze, Isu Aro Chukwu.
Wow, Umu Elem plenty.
You what that? Somebody said there is a community in Imo State. What did you say?
When will you finish?
Okay, do you want to tell me something?
Just
I don't even know. If there is anything, let me know.
No. Good night.
Okay, Kachifo. Somebody say, I'm from Umuele in Ebonyi State. So many states now are indicating Ele. Are you getting my point? Now, show me Umuchuku in all of Igbo land. Show me. Yes, show me Umuchuku.
Even LSF, they Nnewi.
That's what I'm saying. Umudim.
The three deities in Nnewi, one of them is LSF.
That's what I'm saying. Show me minus Aroshuku. Show me another place you see the deity Chuku. Now, when I discuss it with somebody who doesn't understand, Umuchu is not Umuchuku. Uchu Bafa Mad. Somebody say even LL in rivers. Now show me a place. Umuele mi no bingwa.
No Muchuku come out and talk.
Now let me now shock you. The name Wachuku, I put it to you. There is no name that is Wachuku that is older than 200 years. And if it is older than 200 years, it can only be found around the clusters of Arochuku.
Regardless, it can only be direct name, it cannot be surname.
All the people that are in charge of the deity Chuku, I know my friend from Abia State, or for this Chuku, na Rochuku dinaka, Ivuchi, na ofo, befa na ebudi ofo. So the point is, also Sunday Rochuku were Chuku originally.
But someone like KC, this is my cousin, my argument.
Now, when we begin to Chuku as the name of a deity, then Chi Uku as a summation of everything Weluchi. Are you getting the disparity now? Pay respect to the name Chuku, the deity from Aro Chuku. Then Chi Uku, the totality of every Chi. When we try to elevate our Chi, that there is a supreme consciousness, the source. I say no care about Chi Uku. But it will negate the meaning if you understand the duality of Chi na Eke. Because everything no one we're again feminine and again masculine. 0 and again 1 plus and again minus. Because by elevating chi ukwu, we are looking at one and not duality. And nature does not work with single thing. It works with duality. If you go back Christianity, we buy na Igbo culture, we may be.
Yeah, we have China Eke, which combines mother and father.
So each here now, from this deity Bukitu Umuchukwu now, Ndanazu Umuchukwu now, if we trace, there might be migrant from Aro, respectfully, or they were insured to the deity Chukwu. Because I'm telling you that Chukwu bụ ndị nwegodu Chukwu originally bụ ndị Aro Chukwu. What about Umu Orobala in Mbaise? Yes, Umu Orobala is just like say Umu Ekwensu. So Ekwensu has been in existence from the concept of Mbidi Igbo.
Another word.
You get my point now? So that is my point. That is my point. But you know, when we say this, feeble mind will look at us as with 1 million. I told you somebody with 1 million.
The word Olisa, what is the meaning?
From the word Akose. The word Olise is from the word Akose.
What's the meaning of the word Akose?
Akose, the Almighty now.
Like,
is an Alpha word.
Etymology, Akose, what does that mean?
It's not Aka, it's like let me explain. If is a constant, is a programming language.
Is it a noun, kind of?
Yes. So what I mean now. So Akose is Aka is one of the divinity of Akwobi, one of the derivative of Akwobi. Akandose. So the Akose is that constant. The constant one if xy equals to z. So any place if flow z, man z is equals to again xy. So Akose is that single thing. Apollo, the divine source, which is duality. So it's a constant, it's a programming language in Alpha. Akose. Yes, Aka Ose, the point. I'm telling you, Mamma. Aka and Ose, duality. Aka and Ose. The yin and the yang. The plus and minus. The good and bad. The point. When you signal the good and bad. If you invert Aka Ose on your go Saka.
Yes.
The Alpha word Akose, if you read the ugly from like this, Onyega Akose, you go here boblo Saka. So Oyaki, what if I na Isaiah 45 verse 7? I make light and I make darkness. I the Lord do all things. Muba Akose, Mub EOG. That is the word Akose. Akose means EOG, the black hole, the emptiness of nothingness, the completion. So, but it's one of what he had a mogwagina. No one ever was a mend the mother alive. What I'm bad as the evil spirit from God tormented Saul. Ebek evil spirit had. He creates light, he creates darkness. I don't know if you get my point. When you did on a comment section. So EOG is Akose. EOG, the black hole. Everybody make metaphysics now. EOG. So Akose is that the black hole, that darkness that created, that void that created everything. That nothingness that created everything. EOG Akose.
The Akash.
That is why Nandoja or the Miller job.
No, nothingness but Akash.
Yes.
And know what the summary of all knowledge.
Yes. I can see what I job we are or the Miller job. Meaning okay, deliver even if it means young we go 7 seas and 7 rivers. Okay, dalag mili jail go. Or the Miller job. EOG. Onya be EOG. Okay, the date for my symposium at Ibadan University is Negente. Ibadan University is 21 21st of April. I'll be coming back from Russia then. Then I also have a symposium at Nnamdi Azikiwe University on the 7th of May. But it's quite unfortunate I will not meet up. Yes, I have a symposium 7th of let me check the
7th of April, you'll be coming back from where?
7th of 21st of May.
Okay, 21st.
I'll come back from Russia just to do that my program. If I see the way I could shift that program, I will shift.
Okay, May, not April.
Yes. So I will come back just to be able to do that program I have at okay. They have a I will not make I will okay. So what I'm saying is this, everything we need to excel has already been given unto us. Now I can't meet up that of Unizik. I'm going to Russia. Next week I'll be in Russia. So I can't meet up that program at Unizik. I was actually a guest, a special guest, but funny enough, who invited me is my comrade that I respect so much, Reverend Father Bona. Yes. You see, somebody asked me, is Nsibidi an Igbo alphabet as of the old? If I say Nsibidi is an Igbo alphabet, I will be wrong. But I will say Nsibidi is a Igbo writing system. Listen to the statement. Somebody say, leave those people when man make call you, make it, they do you. So, if I say Nsibidi is an Igbo writing system, it is wrong. But if I say Nsibidi is the Ndibo writing system, I did not say Igbo now. I said Ndibo. Because if you understand why I said Ndibo, you understand that Ndibo did not comprise only of Igbos, people that call themselves Igbo. It comprises of the Aegean people, the Econ people. Sister Cheese, let me bring you up, please. I want to understand what you said. Please ask me the question on camera. You can go down if you want after that. Let me can look at you. I can watch you off. Sister Cheese, please come water the audio. You say what those are older than you go to the audio again.
But asthma, it was a mistake. Nsibidi the older than Igbo.
Yes, the word is Ndibo. Ndibo. If you use the word Igbo, you will negate the concept of Ndibo, and that is why I'm telling anybody from a JM, if you see an Igbo person, they are your flesh and blood. Span, I see you. They are your flesh and blood. It is these criminal politicians that are instigating divide and conquer amongst us. But history is teaching us otherwise. Okay, some people say they have questions. Let me begin to attend to question one after the other. Let me close the request button. So I will attend to only the people that have sent the request already. Let me see if I can attend to questions. Because if you teach without answering questions, it doesn't make sense. I have 20. Onaxi, good morning, sir. Salachi. Sure, say some people who send requests never sleep. Who do I have up?
Nazi, I'm enjoying your teaching, so I know.
Do you have any question?
Good morning, sir. Yes,
Do you have any
I
question with
have a,
respect to the teaching? With
I have
respect to
a
the teaching,
question.
go ahead.
I have a question. My question is just simple. You said that most of our wrongs is that we don't know how to activate that which has been given to us. Yes. So
Yes.
I wrote in the comment section and said, how do we activate that which has already been given to us? Because I know ignorance is a disease. Thank you, sir.
Okay. First of all, acknowledgement. Are you listening?
Okay. I'm with you, sir.
Acknowledgement. In the Alpha couples, it is called Otulapo.
Okay, sir.
Acknowledge godu kwete na ife dị. Ọrụ ikwete na ife dị. Ndị be anyị ndị na-atụ inu na-asị ọrụ onye kwe onye agwalụkwe
Yes.
agwakwa ya ọzọ. Kwete godu.
Okay, sir.
Are you listening?
I'm listening.
Kwete
I'm with you.
godu. And I will explain what I mean by kwete godu. We manifest the reality we want by first of all acknowledging that it is existing. Ị na ife na-ekwu?
Okay. No.
Etughị dị kịta. A sị gị that na ife dịbe onye ya echie ọkwa eziokwu?
How is you?
Isi ife dịbe m zọba m. Ibulugodu ụzọ si
Maka na ikwetago.
ife a niile dịbe m zọba m, you've acknowledged na enwere ife dịbe gị ga-azọ gị.
That's all.
Are you listening?
I'm with you,
Now,
sir. Again.
the more we look at ihe na-eme n'ala Igbo, you notice that it is as if that the people, okay, let me say it in Igbo. Let me use the right Igbo word. The word you are calling alose, the word you call alose, you are
Yes,
privileged.
sir.
I'm going to explain alose to you. Those who have been listening to me might have heard it before. But let me explain alose to you to make you understand now.
Okay.
According to the
I'm with you,
Igbo
sir.
word, the etymology of alose is actually not alokose. Are you listening?
I'm
It's
listening.
actually not alokose. If I capture a layman 5 years, 3 years ago, 5 years ago, I've been teaching people. I teach people gradually. I tell them alose is alokose. That is what I would tell a beginner na abia good no menana. Ka ọ na-ege ntị na-amụta. Now, when the person upgrades after following me for like 5 years, and the person asks me again, what is alose? I want to expose the portmanteau that gave us alose to the person. And I will tell the person that the word alose is from the word akwu, ululu, ushi. Do you know what is akwu?
No, sir. Amam.
Akwu
Amam.
is abode or dome. I say if I have akwu no.
Okay.
You know what is akwu no?
Amam.
So second if I have akwu no. I mean akwu, the dome akwu.
Yes.
Now, ululu, the word ululu is akululu. Ululu is ancient spirits.
Okay.
Are you listening?
I'm listening,
Akululushi, the abode of the ancient spirits.
Wow.
Listen, oh, it is the portmanteau of Akululushi that gave us the word alose. Listen to what I mean by portmanteau. If I say breakfast and lunch, the portmanteau will give you brunch.
Brunch.
So akwululushi is the word that gave us alose. Alose bụ akwululu ndị ushi.
English.
The abode of ancient spirits. Are you picking the point now?
Yes, sir. Step by step.
Now, how do we understand this very well? We will use the word cherubim to make it make sense. The English word that they gave us, cherubim, means an abode of the ancient spirit. Get the Exodus 25 verses 18 and 22. In my Bible, and thou shalt mold me 2 cherubims made of hammered gold.
Gold.
Verse 22. Upon this cherubim will I, the Lord, stand to commune with thee. Are you listening? Meaning,
yes, sir.
Unu akpụrụ m akwụ na abụọ. Ebe dị ka mụnwa bụ ululushi ga-agbado obi na mbọ wee gwa gị okwu. Now, if you don't understand the etymology, you begin to look at these cherubims as filthy.
Yes.
Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
As filthy. But it is to explain to you that this is an abode. That is why the Igbo people have a phrase. Nwata bulu okuku, olo no buruga agbo. Omaro no okuku, abura agbo. I will explain what it means. When a child carries a cherubim, the child presumes that he's carrying the pantheon itself, not knowing that the pantheon is not in that cherubim. So let me explain what I mean now. Respectfully, if I bring out a crucifix of Jesus now and break it, did I break Jesus?
No.
No.
Yes, sir.
Do you get my point?
Very well.
Now, if I bring out okuku of a pantheon and set it on fire, did I burn the pantheon?
No.
Nwata suo okuku ọkụ, olono sugo agwụ ọkụ, na-esu agwụ ọkụ.
Mba, agwụ bụ mmụọ.
Agwụ is cosmic energy, but this is like a medium
of which we commune.
Exodus 25, 18 and 22. Upon this cherubim will I stand to commune with thee. These cherubim are meeting points. Now, this is where the problem comes in. The way you are, you begin to look at these things without understanding the etymology.
I'm with you, sir.
Are you listening?
I'm listening.
So, now, what do we do? First of all, acknowledge that there is something. There is an ancient spirit. Let me use Genesis 1 to make it make sense to you. In the beginning, the earth was without form and void.
And void.
And the glory of the Lord was hovering upon the faces of the
flood.
Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
The glory of the Lord was hovering upon the faces of the water.
Yes, sir.
If you read the Bible very well, you notice that in the account of creation, the Bible God did not create water.
He did not create water. So, partially, I guess he is water himself.
Now you talk more. But understand that the Almighty have manifested itself in 4 ways.
Exactly.
In the land, Ajani.
Ajani.
In the air, the consciousness we breathe in. In the fire, anyanwụ na-enye ihe. and what again?
In
In
the
the
water.
water. These are the 4 basic states of matter: solid, liquid, gas, and plasma.
More.
Are you getting my point? That is to
Yes, sir.
say,
I'm a fool, sir.
now, all these 4 are 4 different states of matter, which interchangeably works together to give you one thing.
Which
Are you
is,
getting my point?
yes, sir.
Are you getting my point? So, Okike has revealed itself to every generation in its own pattern, and our ancestors have recorded their encounter with Okike in different ways. Now, get the point, you understand now?
Okay.
To the Yorubas, the creative consciousness is housed by a pantheon called Eshu. To the Igbos,
Okay.
it is called Ekwensu.
Frequency.
When you cool down, if you understand Middle East, if you understand ancient Levantian culture, you discover that their creative consciousness is housed by the pantheon called Yahweh. Now look at the point.
That's true.
Identity crisis makes you to see that which is in your own land as inferior.
As if. Okay.
And that which came from the invaders.
Exactly.
Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Now the point becomes, acknowledgement first. Are you listening?
I'm listening. I'm listening.
Acknowledgement. You must first of all acknowledge that I am Igbo first before any other.
Thing comes in.
Now let me shock you. Do you know every civilization has a pantheon in charge of different specific tasks?
No.
For example, in Igbo, in the Igbo pantheon, in charge of fertility is always Ogugu or Akwali. True or false?
True.
Now, when I go to the Middle East, I study their civilization, I begin to see as a fertility. Now, get my point.
Okay.
In Igbo, it is called Akwali. In their side, it's called Ichta. Onoburo
Okay.
Fifa.
Oh, yeah. Powerful.
The error, that is why I said I am of the opinion that even the colonial invaders did not really understand, because the Igbo, the African spiritual system,
That they can't even decode or understand it.
now
That's true.
I will give you the cult name. Okay,
Yes, sir.
I will give you the cult name of Akwali Omomo. Then if you ask a Dibia, he will now explain to you why this is like this. In the cult name, that is, when I mean cult, I mean the Alpha name, the hidden name of Akwali. It is called
Akwali.
Ijite Aku.
Powerful.
I wish you understand what Aku means, which I've explained to you today.
Yes, you have.
Then if you understand the word Ijite, Ijite in English is likened to the word portal.
Oh,
Did you hear what I said
an,
now?
an access.
So Ijite Aku, a portal of transition. How do we get children? When your rod and staff comfort her, true or false, you go into her portal to draw out.
Exactly.
I told you everything on earth works with binary,
Binary. 1 and 0.
0 and 1. That is
Yes,
why
sir.
even in creation, the 1 of a man must meet the 0 of a woman.
A
That is the
woman.
principle of procreation.
Mm.
So have I answered you now? Do you understand what I meant?
Yes, sir. You have.
Have a good night. Deje.
Thank you very
Okay, next person. Everybody that sent request, I'm actually bringing you up chronologically. Some people that sent requests, people like say they don't sleep. Oh. So many people no send requests too, and they are saying, bring me up.
Good evening, sir. Good
Good
morning.
evening. Good morning. It's good night.
Yes, so I have a couple questions. The first one is a theory. I'm from Ndoni.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Your people were one of the greatest onyo umlimma.
Yes.
Go
I
ahead.
know she has a church. I went to the village recently. I saw her church.
Church, unu ana mu as church. I want me as onyo umli. Nke ọ bụla ịkpọrọ ya dị mma.
Okay, sir, let me not take too much of your time. I'm just going to shoot.
Yes.
So I have a theory that when the Bible God said, let us make man in our likeness, he was talking to the pantheons. And that's why we as human beings represent as avatars of these pantheons in the form of the chi energy. Am I right?
Respectfully, you are not actually right, respectfully.
Okay.
But the concept of what you said is right. You get what I mean now?
Okay.
The problem is that statement, please, I am begging. I mean no disrespect. See, this time around, I decided I'll be very, very calm this year. Please, I'm just trying to make a point. I mean no disrespect. If you read the Epic of Gilgamesh, and if you've read the Emerald Tablet of Thoth, which maybe when I return to Iraq again, I will show you people. You will notice that the inscription was talking about the Elohims, plural, Elohim. Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
So according to that, the word Elohim is the plural of El or Eloah. If you studied Hebrew, that is to say, multiple L's, meaning they know day one.
Yeah.
Genesis 1:26, right?
Yeah.
If you read it in Hebrew, if you have a transliteral Bible, you will notice that if you read it in the Tanakh, original Tanakh, you notice that he's talking about Elohim, multiple deities. The actual story, respectfully, was copied from the Epic of the Anunnaki. Of the Anunnaki. Mdini, have you heard of the Anunnaki?
I have. I actually downloaded a PDF, but it was too big. I just lost interest.
So it will make you understand how Enki, Elil, Marduk, we are all the respectfully. Now, if you understand that part, Everything will make sense.
I'm going to go back and look at it again. Thank you.
Now, this is one proof you know that what I'm telling you is actually true. Why do we have one less pair chromosome compared to every other symbiont?
One less pair
of chromosome. Why do humans have one less pair chromosome more than every other symbiont?
I have no idea.
Just what I said now, note it down and do research about it. That is a product of what happened during that time that that statement said.
Okay. Okay. Can I proceed?
You can proceed.
Okay. Now this is by the by, but I've been bombing your life. I wanted to get an answer. You made a post about some people being enablers, that they wrong you and want to like wait it out until you guys are cool, and then you live like there was never tension. What do you do in the case where that person is your mother?
I'm going to tell you truth without mincing word. If you are going to be spiritually conscious, they will give you something to test your wit. Are you listening?
Yes, sir.
So if you are, I will call it privilege. If you are privileged that it is your mother, KJ, you are even lucky. Because if you master how to go about with her, then your ministry on earth will be easier for you.
This is crazy. Okay, thank you. I heard you.
Yes, again.
Thank you.
Say that thing again. Say that thing again.
I heard you, sir.
So the thing is this. Everybody has this person that nurtures their furnace, that makes them like, that refines the gold in them. Are you listening?
Yes, sir.
So, which means, if it's your mom, if you are Igbo, I would have spoken. You are Ndoni now.
Yes.
So, if it's your mother that is used to charge your furnace, to refine your ore into a pure gold, let your light shine before men. You can win her with righteousness.
Thank you so much.
You don't need to be confrontational. In fact, she's there to even teach you how to flow more with people. She go test you. She go do you so that you go one talk wrong word, but no try am. Learn. And the day you decipher her code, you will notice that she's even very simple.
Thank you, sir.
Are you listening?
Yes, sir.
So let the poor breathe.
Okay, so this is people, they promote their culture and they put it in movies, they have festivals. I said, this is like my final question. The Yorubas, for instance, they promote their culture, their tradition. It's in their movies, home or abroad. It's in their music. It's in every aspect of their life. Now, they even go as far as holding festivals every year, and people from the diaspora come back. The question now that I'm asking is,
network.
can you hear me?
Yes, you said the question you're asking now is,
steps can we as a collective of people take to enhance? Can you hear me? Should I put it in the comment?
No, what step? Okay, type it on the comment section. I think something is wrong. Type it at the comment section. I will respond. Mazi CCC, proceed, please.
Azidi ya kenekwa gị anụ ka ikwu ụtọ jirikwa anyị batara na 2026 o nwere ajụjụ m jụrụ gị 2024 ese mụ na ya bụ ajụjụ na olika na ama mgbaaka wee kwuo ya bụ okwu and ya bụ ajụjụ bụ ajụjụ gbasara Chukwu. So anyị na-abatazi na 2026 mfụzie na i mere justice to ajụjụ ahụ m jụrụ long time ago after 2 years or something like that, which is ajụjụ m jụrụ gị that day. I could remember anọ m na Munchigla back that day. O were egwu m gụọlụ gị agụọlụ gị maazị wele m ihe sọlụ m, just in case if you could still remember. So after that everything I made that day wee jụọ gị si maazị nsị gị how come ka ka Chukwu si wee bata n'ihe Igbo na-eme, though abụrụ m onye na-agụ akwụkwọ nke ịgụba history and all of that, mana o wee ka m si eche echiche. Ịghọtago? Ana m eche echiche na banyelu ọtụtụ egwu ndị okenye anyị gụgoro gboo. Ịghọtago? So na connect the dots, na aghọta na even before that 200 years or ụfọdụ na dekwu ewere ihe dịka Chukwu n'ife anyị na-eme. Do ihe na mere nji gbagote. So nke a bụ asị ka m jụọ ka ezi ka isi wee loo chietezi azụ na-agwazi anyị na Chukwu adọrọ na ka isi wee kwuo ya sị na ọ bụrụ ihe eji wee mara anyị mgbe gburugburu of which na the day m jụrụ gị ajụjụ a ikwere wee saa m ya o wee ka isi wee mechite dị okwu. And since ahụ ọ na-eli m anụ n'ahụ based on na m fili nọọsọ gị abụ ihe ga-asawu m ya bụ ife ka m si wee chọọ ya wee pụtazi.
So your question is why ji mechakwa asa gị?
Exactly.
Why ji mechakwa well the team nkuzi?
Mba.
Okay.
The thing is, my question is ka isi wee chietezi azụ with this teaching. Yeah.
The thing is this. Most of the questions you people ask me, I already know the answer. But I am observant of the knowledge level ndị mmadụ nwe at the point in time. Ọ bụrụ nkuzi niile adị m ewelu exam onye WAEC nye onye primary 1.
Okay.
I told you that na 5 years ago people jụ maazị kedu ife bụ alụsị. I told them alụsị is alụkwụsị.
Yeah.
Je n'iru akwụkwọ na onye ọbụla na-eti alụkwụsị ọ mụnwa bụ maazị dibịa. Ima why? Onye primary 1 nyegodi ya past question paper ndị primary 1 ka o welgodo na-agụ. I keep on teaching, now watch the consciousness ọ na-agbagote. Now, oluo last year m feel like I have taught so much for 5 years that these people will begin to understand deeper. Drop the actual etymology of alụsị. Gwazi gị that nekwe na ihe ji gwa gị na alụkwụsị. Now this is what it actually is. That is why ije na school anyị nwere ife na-akpọ curriculum. Right?
Yeah.
Curriculum. You cannot just meet me today imi ebido omenala. Mbido pịa gị. If you meet me where we and me, myself and other DBS ndị dị elevated or non-DBS but are the spiritually conscious na akpa nkata, you'll be lost in thought the kind of things we talk. Because ha ga-aghọta. But ọ nwụdị akọ mma abịa kọwala onye na-aghọtara ọ ya dịka na-akọ June 12. So as at the time you ask me that question, it will bring divide amongst our people. Ibiago n'ụtụtụ gwa ha na Chukwu adịrọ n'omena.
But personally, you will be understanding.
So I am always conscious of ihe m ga-akụzi.
Okay.
Who am I? See, I am always interested in my audience. Who am I talking to?
Exactly.
My audience determines how deep Umaga or how shallow Umaga. So I think that is the summary of what you asked me. And then Watalia.
Of course. Yeah. Kama ihe mebu na ọ bịa agbakasịbe m na ọ dịzị ka ihe m na-eche adịrọ correct or draw in line, you know. So but ka m bazazi 2026 fụ ka ikwutele okwu ya obi ji omoyi nsi, okay, that means na ama agbaghara na that means ihe m na-eche dị in line. Na nke ịbụọ bụ na as I speak to you now, ana m akwado ije na ndụ, but sọsọ ihe nna amabe na bụ maka na ọbụrụ m achọ m izi mmadụ ka o jee elu m, you know, for some reasons, you know, because ọbụrụ mmasị m ịpụta na online like this siba dibia na n'elu m ma ọ na n'elu m nka. So and anọgoro m several occasions ị na-enye assurance na elu na ndụ ruo na nke nna gị na ihe ọbụla onye ahụ chọrọ na ga-eme wuli ya. So achọrọ m izi mmadụ na ndụ for my personal stuffs. So nsị ka m jụọ gị ma o welu affordable hotel m ga-ewetewu na nruo na ndụ ebe onye ahụ ga-anọ just in case amarọ m ụbọchị bụ ụbọchị ekwesịrị ịfụ nna gị and all those kind of stuff.
Ya jee na ndụ, ya gbaa mbọ jee na ndụ mbọsị afọ.
Okay.
Olu mbọsị afọ o jee mbọsị eke.
Okay.
Especially mbọsị afọ.
Yeah.
It must not be my father. Provided no na ndụ ka ije. Anyị azọta ya.
Udo dị achọrọ m ije na nke nna gị.
If you go to my father will still call me.
Of course, I have the major thing men choice. Because I just want to believe that na okpo gị si gị na onye dị otu abụ maazị 666 na iman tọrapụ n'ụmụ na. So that's the thing.
I just hope na mma anọ ebe mma reach mu. Nsogbu adọrọ, just go to Nando. I wish you all the best. Catch you.
Thank you.
Next.
Maazị daalụ kwa.
Kizzy, go ahead. Daalụ nna.
Maazị owe much just sịkwa ka m kelee gị na ihe ndị na-emere anyị.
Onye kọrọ moto je ala ụlọ. Bye bye. Thank you for the greeting. Okay, kedu onye nkele? Okay, nnukwu mmadụ seems to be sleeping. Let me answer Ndini question. How do we bring practices to modern society to find a conventional point? Listen to this. How do we bridge ancient practices to modern society to find a conventional point? On the 21st of May, 2026, next month, I, Maazị Dibia, will be doing a very large symposium in partnership with Anambra State University, Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu University, Mariam. What will be the topic of the symposium? The AI before AI. Ancestral intelligence before artificial intelligence. What am I teaching there? First of all, professors of African philosophy and African studies, most of them have not really understood the science behind Ugiri. Nukumada, are you awake or should I take you down? Are you listening? Ndini, the person that asked me this question, listen, I'm trying to answer you. Now, this is this science that many today still consider as fetishism. In your Bible, It was said in Proverbs 16:33. Another one, it said, Jehovah, onye na-ekwu okwu site na Urim na Tumim. This is that Urim and Tumim. But you need to listen and understand. This is the first programming language ever written on earth. Now, if you watch, it is 4 in number. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've actually made this teaching on YouTube. I'm just doing this to answer your question. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 of these is one line of program. Because if you check the memory, the first memory in computation is 4-bit. I need to bring one person up. Mdini, let me bring you up so I will be sure that you are listening to what I'm saying. The first memory in computation is actually 4-bit. Anybody that did computer here? The first memory rating is 4-bit. True or false?
True.
Now, this is that 4-bit. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, when they said, okay, that they want to upgrade the memory of our computing, it's increased from 4 bits to 8 bits. Are you getting the point?
Yes, sir.
Now, based on it is a permutation that duplicates itself, it would not have, after 4 bits, it did not go and have 6 bits.
Yeah.
No. It is functioning on permutation and combination. So, which means, for those who did mathematics, which means it will combine itself. 4 plus 4. It becomes 8. Now, this is 8 bits. Now, 8 times 8 plus 8, 16. It becomes 16 bits. Are you getting my point?
Yeah.
Now, this 16 bit now.
If I get it right,
I'm making a point.
Okay.
Yeah.
The fact that
Go ahead.
Okay, when it moved from 4 to 8 as it ascended, it's like the idea of it is like it makes the reading hard to falsify.
Exactly. Not hard to falsify, just
impossible
it make it
to
faster.
falsify. Okay.
It make it faster. If you've studied my teaching when I was explaining how Philip Emeagwali gave us the super parallel microcomputer, this is it. After this 16 bit, now we started with 4 bits. We increased our memory to 8 bits. 8 times 2, 16 bits. From 16 bits, 16 times 2, 32 bits. True or false? After 32 bits, we'll get 64 bits. After 64 bits, 128 bits. After 128 bits, 256. True or false? Now, this thing you see has a constant. It is functioning under the binary of 1 and 0. 1 and 0. 1 and 0. 1 and 0, right?
Yeah.
Which means if this is 0 and this is 1, it means that this is 1 1.
Yes.
And this is 1 0.
Yes.
And this is 0 0.
Yes.
And this is 0 1. And this is 1 1.
Yes.
That is to say, for whichever way it turns, it is a constant.
Yes.
It has a programming language known to the Dibia. And it is same in every civilization. Different variation.
Yes. The current
Little
memory
variation.
cards have these.
Yes.
Yes.
Now, for example, this is the 4-bit. If I ask you now to pronounce the binary you are seeing, I think you'll be saying 0101.
0.
Right?
Yes.
Now, if I now increase the memory, upgrade the memory to be faster, I make it 8 bits. Now, do you know what I'm saying? This is how it is in the old.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
In the new, it became the processor of your computer. Are you listening?
Yes, sir.
Everything your computer understand is 1 and 0.
0. Yes.
So everything your computer will interpret must be converted to 1 and 0 before the computer will understand it.
Yeah.
Now, how do we merge the old plus the new? When you come, no matter how good your Microsoft computer is, your Microsoft computer can only tell you your exoteric problem. Are you listening? Do you understand what I mean by exoteric? EX. X for xylophone. The best Microsoft computer can only tell you what? Your exoteric problem. That
Material
you are having
problem.
headache.
Yes.
Your material problem.
But alpha gives you the esoteric.
But this will give you the esoteric problem.
Yeah.
Two of them
The
are used for
metaphysical.
diagnosis.
Yeah.
Two of them are computer. But one is interested in the material thing. One is combining temperature. The geometry, the algorithm says if the temperature rating is 0 to this, say she's healthy. If this one is this to this, say her blood sugar is high. That is exoteric diagnosis. But when you want to find out your esoteric problem, if you want to be diagnosed esoterically, you come to this computer. Now, how can the old and the new work together? I told you people that I have a vision of having a hospital where in the diagnosis room, when you come for consultation to meet a consultant, you meet two consultants there. One is a medical consultant and another one is a spiritual consultant.
That is the idea for my holistic wellness brand.
Now, do you know what we want to do in that vision? We said let us do it last year. We couldn't get funding. And I said, immediately you come, you are inserted in MRI machine, and you are doing lab tests, checking your blood sugar, blah, blah, blah. And a dibia is checking you spiritually. Is there any place that you add your chi?
That will hinder the treatment.
That will hinder the treatment. So that before we administer metronidazole to you, we must have sent somebody say, Jeno na mmiri kunu wapoli oji. Kaya na ndo otu edi n'udo. Anyị nyezie gị flagil nwụọ, ịdị oke. Anyị kpala onugbu nye gị n'ọnụ, ịdị oke. Are you getting my point? Combining the old and the new in synchros.
Yes.
First thing, it will reduce mortality rate in hospitals by at least, respectfully, 80%.
Yes.
Are you listening?
Yes.
Because most times, the thing you think it is exoteric is actually exoteric. And the things you think are exoterics are actually esoteric.
Okay.
That is to say, if there is a fusion of these two, then salvation is near. Imagine when they are doing you, they put catheter in your body to draw your blood, and somebody is doing alpha for you, and your doctor, your consultant is checking your blood, your sugar, your this one.
Yes.
Are you listening?
Yes, sir.
That is to say, the old and the new can work together for good. The old paved way for the new, but the new must not discredit the old, because there are the things the old can do which the new will not understand. Double impact,
Yes.
two-factor authentication.
Yes, sir.
That is the vision of the hospital I want to build. If we have a hospital, we will have a medical consultant grounded. Then we have a great consultant in the spiritual side, grounded. So that immediately you come in to see a doctor, you see two doctors. One is a Dibia, one is a Western doctor.
Sir, can I use my privilege of talking to you and tell you some personal concerns?
You know, you've occupied your own time. Bye
I
bye.
know. Let me
Let me
just tell you
speak.
for 3 minutes. 3 minutes.
Okay,
I'm really
maximum.
sorry. Thank you.
Your time
Now,
is counting.
yes, sir. I am a new millennium child, and I've been told that I have a calling, but I don't know how to go about it based on my family and how they are about it. I've tried, but I'm not getting the feedback that I expect. And also, my family of four and the family deity is missing. Nobody knows the whereabouts. And I know I cannot do my calling without that. And I don't even have my family's backing. Plus, I'm having some challenges and I feel like my time is ticking. So, what do you advise that I do? And where do I start?
In all you do, remember that knowledge is important. When I'm able to operate in the frequency that I operate is because I have accumulated enough Western education. And I've rooted myself in indigenous knowledge. Now, I can serve like an ambassador of the two. So, I know when to merge them. And you see me merging them and it becomes very smooth, right?
Yes.
Imagine me knowing what to say in Igbo without knowing the right term to represent it in English.
That would be hard.
That is why I am saying that you can make appeasement and finish your education.
How much further? I already have a bachelor's degree. I'm not using the certificates.
What did you study?
Philosophy.
That is the first problem. You studied what is not in line with your app.
I didn't know. I only knew like last year.
That is why one of the greatest doom of Nigerian institution is the disappearance of guidance and counselor in our schools. Do you know what is a guidance and counselor?
Yes, sir.
If Nigeria did not return guidance and counselor to our schools, we will end up creating graduates that are irrelevant. Do you know why?
Why, sir?
If it were those days when we had the best guidance and counselor, they would channel you to your right course. Are
What
you
can be
listening?
done, sir? Yes, sir.
What can be done? Knowledge knows no bound. There are room for professional certifications.
As in, I should go read to be a medical doctor.
You might now channel it to be a nurse, 3 years.
Okay.
See, imagine if you have the ago of healing and you have a certificate as an RN or a midwife or both. Do you know that you've added plus to your life?
Sir, I
Now
understand
let me
what you're
give
saying. What you're
now let
saying
me
is
give you
I do not necessarily have to live in the village and be carrying a four up and down. I can sit in an office and do my job.
the offer is not even for you.
Okay.
Let me show you. Let me show you where I am at the moment. Let me flip camera so you understand. Let me flip camera so maybe that's where I will drive a point. This is me on a normal. You can see the leaves, right?
Yes,
This
sir.
is because I have done some G for some people here today and possibly record it in my system so I don't forget, combining the old with the new.
Okay.
Now, what am I trying to say? Everybody is rushing to become a diviner, not knowing that even your certificate in philosophy can make you can go for maybe 6 months professional training and become a therapist. And that will be where your ago will work. When
Thank
people
you.
come
I'll
to
follow
you,
your mouth
your
too.
own work,
I will
eh?
follow what you are saying, no. I will follow what you
I'm
are
not
saying.
telling you for you to like me. I'm telling you what is obtainable. Just go and do your ago. If they do dot one dim miligi no why ke but non ka emele dot one dim miligi ka akpọrọ gị agwụ n'anyanwụ, then you be in your office, maybe you do professional program and you become a therapist. When people come tell you their problem, your job might be just to counsel them. Now today, haven't I performed the job of a counselor to you?
Yes, you have.
So bye bye.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Said I must finish talking to everybody that sent requests before I open the request button again. And my battery is going down. Let me see if I have power bank here. Okay, there is power bank here. Kedu onye nwegotele enu afa m? Izu? Afa m na-alalụkwa ụlọ ahụ. Afa m o. When I'm done with the request that they sent, Prime Minister, onye ngwo. Afam, please, if you don't have a question for me, let me bring you down, sir. Respectfully.
Good morning, sir.
Alaje. Okay, nagaba niru.
Ezigbo afọ m bụ Chukwudi, abụ m onye ọma mbala, onye ọmọ in particular. O nwere ajụjụ m chọrọ ịjụ, but ọ gbasalụ some practices, because I believe that some of the incident that has been occurring of diminishing and saying that some deities that we have does not work and does not operate well is due to the attendance and sacrifice of those deities. O nwere a deity in our side a na-akpọ
Akpọkwa n'okwu afa. akpọkwana okwu afa ka iyala ịta mmanwụ.
Okay.
Just go no deity na side you know.
Only deity on our side, but the deity, as of the old, there was a sacrifice that is usually meant to give the deity. So later, because of modernization and all these new activities, then they said they now blended it to match the new generation. Then they started giving the deity what was not supposed to be given the deity as of the old. So I want to know now, are we, because now it feels to me that that is the reason why the deity does not operate how it's supposed to operate. So I want to know, is it because I believe if I should hear from you, at least I will know, I will add to my own experience. Maluma, ife bụ nsogbu ọ bụ nni na anya a na-enye dị alụsị ka ọ bụ na adịla efia ka esi efia old, because to me it doesn't work the way it usually work. So that is the question I have for you.
Okay, first of all, kedu efi unu na-egbuli ya kịta ọkwa efi Hausa?
Efi Hausa.
Number one error. Ask me why.
Why?
N'omenala Igbo, ife ọbụla bụ alụ,
yeah,
metụ onye na-eburu alụ aka. Onye a na-eburu alụ eburu alụ.
Yes.
Ya ka anyị ji asị, a na-akpụrụ mmadụ alụ asị ka akpụọlụ gị alụ ama na amara ama.
Yes.
I have video evidences in my phone where these cattle rearers sleep with the cow.
Yes.
For the fact that humans have sodomized a cow, every generation of offsprings of that cow or any other male cow that climbs that cow, all are cursed. They are defiled.
Okay.
That is why ndị Igbo ejiro afia Hausa edokwa alụsị.
Okay.
Ị na ife na-ekwu?
Manu ị na-ekwu. Clear.
So unu emekwesịghị alụsị ọra akwụ. Listen, do you know why? Let me use the Bible to make it understandable to you. Cain and Abel, according to the storybook, they gave us a good story which is moral that you can learn from. That Cain want to do sacrifice. He went and bring sacrifice that is not really nice, right?
Yes, yes.
The Bible said any animal you sacrifice on the altar will not have any blemish.
Okay.
And people are thinking that olosi is only physical wound.
Yes.
What if it is ceremonial uncleanliness? Na no abuora ako. Yes. So anu bualo kunu ji edokwa mmụọ na-eme expect ka mmụọ dị ile. Other possible.
Okay.
So okay. To efi Igbo.
Okay. I have heard your point. It's clear.
I can nasa Jugo.
Okay.
If I no na-elibu mbụ, ọ nkwekọrịta bụ ete ose. Listen, nkwekọrịta bụ ete ose ni. You understand what I mean?
Yes.
Si gbakọtakwa aka, kwekọrịtakwa again, n'ife ọ na-elibu mbụ, normalizie iyi eti ọvọ n'ala, etu aka ọ dị forever. Ife anwụzi n'iyi nọ ya ka ọ ya na-eri, olibie, ọmalụkwa ile.
Okay.
So the first thing nunge ebu ụzọ mekịta, nunu ga-eje chọọ ọmụ akwa ojukwu. Wee kedie oburu nji na-asa. Na mbekwu ọna. Wee welie wee kpọọ ọrụ akwụ. Emelụ na arọbụ n'agụ a.
Yeah.
unu mechie jee tụ ogene ya n'ove mmiri, onye ọbụla tụ ogene ya saa arụ kwa aka ya kwa sọ ọkpị ya, weluzie na efe igbo dukpelie ka ivive dị iche.
Okay.
Verify and thank me later.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Have a
I
wonderful day.
have another question for you, please. Just a little question. Even a message idea, mana achọm ka mmalụ onwelu like ọ dị m ka mụ jụta gị ka mmalụ ka esi mia ọma. Okay, a na-abụ saịdị anyị ịma nwe chi chukwu oke na-abọbụ like ịnọ diaspora, ịnọ outside, mana chioke gị nọ n'ụlọ. Ikenga gị na chioke gị onwe ka bụ na ikenga gị na chioke gị eji oishi ogolis wee gbuolu gị wee dokwe dị na bunu na your house na village. So mana our side ọ bụ na ọ dị like that, nwe another man just wote oishi ogolis ọzọ meta another chi dowe si na iji akpọkwu chi gị fa ekpele, kama ihe emebi inwe ike ịkata akwụkwọ ogolis iwere ya mesa ekpere itufuo. Achọrọ m ịma kedu reason o ji dị like that, kedu reason mee na ona isi nwee ikenga na oishi ogolis na ịma nwe ya outside again, not that particular one, especially that oishi ogolis iji kpọchie oke gị, not that particular one ka ị ya na-eyuzu. Achọrọ m ịma the reason.
Ajụ ị na-ajụ m zala onwe ya. Listen to this ka ị ghọta now. I'll make you understand in a simpler way. First of all, change the term Chukwuoike. Now look at me. In Anaya now.
Yes, I'm seeing it.
Yes, what here? Get different.
Envelope and your passport.
Watch yakita. Ke body.
All the name envelope.
Envelope a defa.
Mba.
Mkpọ ya envelope ọ ya bụ?
Ọ bụla envelope.
Ngwa nsigodu na envelope passport ma ọ ya dị n'ime?
No.
Ka m cheki onwe ka ọ bụ na passport m dị n'ime. Ọ dịrọ.
Ọ dịrị ya.
Ebe passport m dị.
Na envelope.
You've made a cherubim where your essence of your higher self is placed, and you consecrated it and kept it alongside your teraphim.
Yes.
Then you now brought another envelope and said, this is that cherubim. The question becomes, is your passport inside? So if you really want to get your passport, what will you do?
You have to go back to the envelope.
So asagonga ojoge. Bye bye.
Okay, thank you.
Next. Once you consecrate a cherubim, whenever you need that cherubim, please go back. You can consecrate, you can see crucifix. Ije ebe na-ele sacramenta crucifix gote grotto Virgin Maria. Inokatazi ịchọ ikpelu Virgin Maria, iwete crucifix Jesus. Ịchọ ikpelu Virgin Maria, ijekwa na grotto. Ịchọ ikpelu Jesus, ije na crucifix. So that is what I'm trying to explain to him. Ostadimma, if you are here, answer me. Comedian Kelly Alalogola. Ostadima, if you're here, answer me. Okay. So I'll open my request button again for all the persons that want to come again. This is me opening request button because I've dealt with all the requests I had before. Send request, please. Can you travel with the cherubim? What happened in the book of Genesis? Genesis, when Jacob was fleeing from his father-in-law Laban, what did the Bible tell you that his wife Rachel hid under her cloth? Rachel hid the teraphim. The word teraphim is ihe ndị Igbo na-akpọ ikenga. Rachel stole his father's teraphim, ikenga nne, buli ezo nne ya na-achị na bu okpesi ikenga m. When the father wanted to search her, she said, "Daddy, don't touch me. I am in my period." Because the ikenga is the concept, is that creativity, productivity, not creativity is agwo. Productivity. So Rachel stealing this ikenga from the father means that I am taking the productive power from my father to my husband Jacob. And from that day, he took the father's ikenga and handed it over to his husband. He transferred the anointing. So you can travel with your ikenga. You can travel with your teraphim. You can travel with Okbesichi. But please, do not go and be smelting it with blood. It looks very shabby. I don't like it. That is all. Don't carry Okbesi if you are a tenant. Landlord, because you know I might be a Christian and you are a traditional worshipper. So respect my compound. I'm telling you. Mbolo landlord, maybe choosing na go no fu ekpo yale okpasi. Nche ni igwe togo ogwu ihe ji nala mo no. Mma acho mmenye gi quick notice. Okay.
Morning.
Henry, there are a group of dibia who does Egba afa agu. If you meet a right dibia na agba afa agu, ogbalga afa agu. Most of the people you are seeing ada agba afa agu. Add the few na agba afa agu. Let me stop from here. Engineer, kedu ka ime?
Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Ekenekwe m go. If you na-ekwugasị, ọ dị very, very, very necessary. Ma ọ bụrụ mmadụ ncha ga-aghọta. Ọ ga-eteki few people ghọtara ihe a na-akọwa gbasara nature. So, bọsọ were ajụjụ m chọrọ ịjụ. Ị na n'ife m na-ekwu?
Ya gaba n'iru.
Ife m na-ekwu bụ dịka na abịa na omenala ya na ụka. Abịa si na omenala adịgo gboo tupu ụka abịa. Mana anyị wa amarụkwa, ụta anyị nọ na anyị wa amarụ. Oyi a gwara anyị, ụta anyị si gwakwa anyị na ụka bịara. Ịghọtago? Ka ezi ka anyị si marụ mgbe omenala ji bido, eji marụ na ọ dịwago gboo before ụka abịa. Ama m ka ịghọta.
Yeah.
Because
You will Google it, check here. You will discover that na the oldest church in Nigeria, the oldest missionary beyond Nigeria, they are about 188 years.
okay.
At least simple Google search will tell you that. Now, but before ndo ọcha abịa wee kuziela anyị okpukpere chi nkefa, ndị nna anyị fa na-etu ndị nna nna fa afa. Ke ntị ka ife bụ omenala. ndị nna anyị fa na-etu like etu a ndị kịta nteta ụlọ ụtọ ana m ebu ụzọ tuo nna m na nne m afa fanwa bụ chukwu ya bụ okike izi nna afọ anya, true or false?
True.
So omenala is acknowledging your ancestors. That is the first.
Okay.
So kedu nke ọ dị ka obu ụzọ pụta na nna nna ya esi gị na nna 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 ya si na nna 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 ya si ịghọta? So that we consider our ancestor our mediator to the divine. Ya bụ omenala. Ya omenala is the totality of everything anyị na-eme dịka ndị Igbo ije nụta nwaanyị. Omenala.
Yes.
So ị na-achọ ịgwa m na ndị ọcha abịa na it takes ndị ọcha to bịa before anyị nụta nwaanyị n'ala Igbo? Eziokwu? Ọkwa anyị na-anụ nwaanyị ma anaghị ebute mmanya weta ọjị, right? Mee ego. Ọ ife niile a bụ omenala. Omenala endrọsọ na ịgọ mmụọ.
Okay.
Omenala megide kụziela anyị that na mụ na nkede ọgụ na maybe anyị na-anụ ọgụ na megide mistakenly ịkụọ m isi n'isi nwụrụ kịta na ị ga-ebu ụzọ gbapụ ọsọ ọchụ ma ọ bụ for 7 years on the 8th year ka ị ya anata. Ịma nwaanyị o ji kwuo
No.
igbo mmadụ n'ike ịgbapụ ọsọ ọchụ ka ndị igburu nwanne fayala iji iwe kugbukwuo oge mgbe aka na-ekpe udo.
Just like mmadụ ịgbaga na police na ọja amụ mmadụ.
Yes. Okay. And ọ bụ na ị gbara ọsọ ọchụ ndị ụmụnne m bịa kugbuo oge ọ bachigo ama mkpụrụ ya alụ because ị gbapụrụ ọsọ ọchụ.
Okay.
Mana ọ bụ na ị gbapụ ọsọ ọchụ na ị observe go the law of nature. I did it unknowingly. Ị gbapụ ọsọ ọchụ ị ga-anọ ebe a you be excommunicated from your own land by yourself for 7 years. On the 8th year ijili aka gị gbara and ị na-anata ọgbakwa ịdọta ịnapụta n'obodo. Ịnata ekwuru na bandịrị obodo ịma mbụ alụ bata n'obodo na-egekwe ntị ka ịmụta omenala. Ịnata ekwuzi na bandịrị obodo unu zie ozi nya nkọwa ihe mini by bandịrị na line ebe obodo unu bido goba.
Yes.
Ihe akwụ ebe a zie ozi si je eziere nọ gị bụ nwa Okonkwo nwa Okorie gburu nwa nkwa afọ arọ asatọ gara aga n'ihi gbanata gị ọsọ ọchụ ebe a ka ekwuzi ewele ọmụ ị na ihe na-ekwu.
Yes.
Esi n'aja na wele ọmụ wee bịa tụọ gị ọmụ wee duru gị wee kpuo gị ntụ wee jebe ịkpụrụ gị alụ. You don't just come in like that say na mgbuli ịbịa like that egbu enwe ike igbu mana ọ ndị okenye ya abịazi ndị ntorobịa na ndị okenye eso bịa ya na eze ana wee bịa kpọta gị from boundary kpụọ gị ntụ tụọ gị ọmụ to show that na ọnya is now ekporo agị ntụ esi n'aja ana esi n'aja ana na okwu aja ana je kpote ntụ ọla wụọ gị pịa gị kedo gị ọmụ gosi that now your case is n'aka the pantheon.
Okay.
Are you listening?
Yes.
Are you listening?
Very well.
Onye ọbụla fụrụ ka ekporo gị ntụ a egego gị ọmụ you are now forbidden from any attack until emel gị atonement and ablution. Then after the atonement and ablution enwezie anything ndị bụ unu ya eweta for restitution onye anyị igbu eweta because you must bring life to restitute life.
Yes.
Ndị bụ unu nwezi ike isi oke ngwa si ha chọziri mmadụ na-abụ nya ndị bụ onye anyị igbu nwee ike si oke si kponye ha mmadụ na-abụ ma ọ bụ ofu mmadụ ma ọ bụ o nwere something.
Yes.
Etu a ka o si dị n'omenala Igbo. So ndị nwa this sense ị na-achịgwa m nọ ndị ọcha akụzili fa.
Mba.
So kedu nke bụ ụzọ gị omenala ka ụka?
I believe na omenala bụ ụzọ bịa.
Ngwa
It's just that.
kpọọlụ m aka.
It's just that na imago na adịrọ sure of some certain things mana ihe ịkọwa na aghọtago m very very well. aghọtago m ya. And ife ọzọ
omenala unu afụzi na omenala na ọ endele na ịgọ mmụọ. Ịgọ mmụọ is one of the excerpt of omenala. Omenala is the totality of etu ọbụla ndị Igbo si ebi ndụ.
Yes.
Nwere ihe mụta tata.
Yes. O nwere ihe ọzọ m chọrọ ịjụ gị.
Onye ọbụla na-ajụzi m ajụ ofu kunu ya na-ajụ m ike agwụgwọ m. Na ihe na-akụ n'ụlọ atụmago m.
Just one more. M chọrọ ịkọwa ihe mere na my family, na my place. Ị bịa na ngwurube nna m. Okay, na ngwurube nna m, anyị were ngwu ịtọ na ngwurube nna m. Anyị okwe ukwu akpụ. And ị bịa n'ofu ngwu, ogiri shie n'ọgba around. So, and onye na-agọ dị ngwu before, like onye na-eje ekpere there was my grandfather. And ndị be anyị na-eti odo. So at some point odo obodo anyị wee bido na-abịazi na dị ngwu. O wee si ndị obodo anyị niile, onye ọbụla bịa were chi ya, na o yere onye ọbụla 1 week abịa were chi ya dị na ngwu ahụ na achọrọ igbutu ya na ihe ọjọọ na-abazi na dị ngwu na ọ chọghọzi ya, and ọ bụkwa ọzọ. So emechie dị ekpere, ịmago na ụka abịago den ha wa ejebego ụka, even self nwa ya echigo fada. So emeze ekpere, ebete mmiri nsọ, mechie wee gbutuo dị ngwu, ịghọtago, were dị osisi wee lụọ ụlọ. So since then, ịmago anyị wa na-etozi, anyị na-ajụzi ese maka ndị nna anyị ha na-emezi n'ihe ụka. So anyị na-ajụzi ese, a na-agwakwa ya na ngwu dị na be anyị na anyị chere ya azụ, ochekwa ya azụ bezon na anyị wa na-eje na-agba afa. Anyị na-agwazi ya ndị nna anyị ha na-eshi ọnwụ na ya ejekwa n'ebe ahụ na ha emebigo ihe dị na ya na ụdịrị ya ha adọrọzi na short na sisi egbutu ya na owere ihe mebi. Meanwhile na ha adị ekweta na owu ihe mebi bezon na ha feel na level a ha nọ bụ ihe bụ the best. They don't want to elevate. Ama m ka ịghọta. So amarọ m ya nkọwa na amarọ m.
Okay.
How to pronounce
nna anyị na-ekwu kịta. Yes.
Noel Cassidy, mute your background. Cassidy. First thing is this.
Yes.
Do you know what the Bible said? Do you know what the Bible said in Proverbs 22 verses 28?
I think it said that you should not throw away your ancestors' property. Something
Also,
like
do
that.
not remove any ancient landmark. Do not tamper.
Yes.
Do not remove any ancient landmark. Do you really understand the word landmark?
Yes. Like root.
So I'm trying to explain to you that judging by the yardstick of the Bible, onye ajebutu ngua dalia. Secondly, even in your Bible, we discovered that for you to remove an altar, you need to replace it with another altar.
It's true.
Gideon did it. When Gideon took away the altars of his father, he set out another altar. The worst mistake he made is to remove an altar without replacing with another altar. Ihe na-anọ ọbala dị ebe a, so anya na-eriri ihe. So ọmụmụ egbu ngwu mma adịkwana ya nkọ. That is the first error that happened in your place. They tampered with the ngwu, regardless of the fact that the ngwu did not tamper with them. These are totem trees. These totem trees are not there to cause trouble. Their significance of ancient, they might become an abode of ancient spirits.
Yeah.
And you just wake up one morning and clean it down. Well, All I will say is this: the consequences are there because in Omenana Igbo, forgiveness is a sin. Omenana does not forgive you nothing. Go and ask question. There is no forgiveness in Omenana Igbo. No sin goes unpunished. So when the pantheons and the spirits communing under that Ngo will come, that is all I will say. So Kena Jinume, go and do the needful. Omume bungu. Have I made myself clear?
Yes. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
I wish you the best. Okay, I think I will attend 2 more questions and we'll call it a night. No, Cassidy. I will need to attend to a woman, 1 woman at least. Yes.
Nkụzi gị etekeke so many people places. Mandere Maro, Maro fancy inwe asset internet fancy elika. Mazi biko onwe French ejo. Ikuzi bugo ifa before, but I don't worry to know about it. I'm a language. On I can see know the first CBD. Oh no, can be. And I Google and search about it. Man, I won't hear about CBD. And akwụkwọ na-agụta mafu na those preachers or priests, before they will come and conquer some people, they will first develop an alphabet of their own just to conquer and bring Iwetrafa Bible. So the question now, bro, is it not possible, or there are possible to go back to that previous, that our ancient writing?
Okay. The answer is simple. If I become the Minister for Education today, are you listening?
Yeah.
If I become the Minister for Education today, I will restructure many things in Nigeria. First of all, I will scrap off the concept of first, second, third. First, second, to no longer be found in our institution. In fact, I will change our curriculum from A to Z.
That when may advance from or our government may approved that ABCD, like was it?
Yes, in 1961, there is our brother called S.E. Ong, Simon Ong. He led a group that founded this new ABCD after the ancient writing system has been destroyed. Are you listening? So it will take a decree from the Ministry of Education to say, from today, henceforth, this type of writing system will be taught in our school. Okay, so that, yes, on committee, yes. So that from now till 5 years, but listen, we'll make it mandatory. If you are studying medicine, you must learn this writing system. If you are studying any course from primary from pre-nursery to the last, you will study it. So that in 5 years' time, it will become the official language, official writing system. That is how we pass a decree. If you want to write jump, you must pass it before you write jump. If you do it that way, in 5 years, we'll master it. So it will take a decree. You see the way they change Nigerian national anthem? Yes, that is how we can change it. Just one decree. Pass one bill and say from today henceforth, it is now a must. We send the teachers, first of all, train teachers that knows it, and send them to every of our institution to become a mandatory course. I must have 10 credit load. 10 credit load. GDP gabada. In 5 years, everybody will be writing it. In 5 years' time, news.
Because that's NCBD in NCBD Amaka, and all the very close to so many languages and
And the
writings
CBD
like
is
this
one thing
in
that bind our
Japanese.
brother, that shows that we are similar brothers with the Aegean people, that we are of the same ancestry.
Yes, yes, very similar.
I wish you the best.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay, I think this lady is the last lady I would speak to today, and we'll call it a night because the young man is very tired. I've not slept for a very long time, and I've been here for 3 hours, 10 minutes. So,
Sorry for
Zico,
that. Mas, good morning. Sorry for that.
good morning, Kedu.
Because when Choyota, what's different between because from your teaching, Imen Kahota Nachi, body, pores. Then in Choyota, ka ihe dị iche ndị Igbo pụtara sị gị chi onye na onye nyere onye ụwa.
Your chi and Onyowa works hand in hand. In fact, mgbe anyị na-eto, there is one statement they always make. Ọ sị gị chi na aka gị. Have you heard that word before?
Chinaka, yes.
Who have heard this word, chi na aka gị, before?
Yes, Palia Chinaka Gabawa, something like that.
Kpalia chi na aka gị. Kpalia chi na aka gị. That word aka is almost trying to diminish, to disappear, to extinct from our lexis. Aka bụ onye ụwa gị. Kpalia chi na aka gị. Meaning, your chi, the spirit that works with your reincarnator. Chi and aka. Chi, the spirit that works with your aka, your reincarnator. Onye ụwa gị. In another Igbo, a na-akpọ ya chi na agụ gị. Ọ na Igbo na-asụ. Chi na agụ gị, maka na Igbo na-asụ n'onu mana akwa akwala ọbụla ofu. So chi na agụ gị. Esi ka anyị je gbaa afa onye ụwa. Somebody say ka anyị je gbaa afa agụ. Ọ na-anụ ihe na-ekwu.
Yes, sir.
So what is the problem? The problem started after.
Okay, continue.
Your aka or your agu or your onyowa is that person that you are continuing their life cycle where they stopped.
Okay.
But your chi is that force from Okike that is aiding that your reincarnator to prosper, to fulfill his destiny.
Okay. Yes.
Because agwe Igbo abechidi nwere gwe nwege. So I'm talking of chinag, not chinagu. I'm not talking of the gwo sound, I'm talking of the g. Are you getting my point?
Okay.
So agu is creative force for creativity. I'm talking of ag, A-G, ag, not agu. Because there is one sound in Igbo language that is almost extincting. That is the sound of ng, the ng, meaning. So many people don't know the usage of the ng sound. They are now using ng for ngangumili. Ngangumili is a wrong Igbo. Ngang. Are you listening to me?
Yes.
Aṅụrịka ọ bụla aṅụrịka. Aṅụ na agbụ ya. Aṅụ gbara ọnya. Aṅụ. N with a bomb or a dash up. N with a bomb or dash up. That is the ng sound. Ng. Yes. Thank you, brother. That is what I'm looking for. N with the dot or dash up.
Okay.
Okay? So, as I can't turn on TikTok. I have like 2 accounts and my fan page. In the man they create fan page. But I have only 2 accounts on TikTok. The one who post to the other video. So I think I've made myself clear now. What I go to think
Yeah, so from ihe na that two of them work hand in hand.
Yes. Now let me explain this in the way you what here. Ziko etu anyị dị kịta, Let me use myself for example. Kịta ndị ndụ abụ m ezigbo onye koromoto nwee bicha ndụ nwụọ. Ọmụnwa bụ onye koromoto ka ya apụtazi echi na-enye nsọpụrụ mana ana m n'iyi n'ụwa mbụ.
Okay.
Are you listening?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand what I said now? I'm a capital
Yes,
drunker.
sir.
Kacha biche ndụ anwụọ. Ọmụ ka ya na-edokwezi si. Ọmụ ka ya na-edokwezi na-asị na m nwere nsọchi. I'm not the chi because I am a fool in my lifetime. So I am just your onye ụwa. I reincarnated you for you to continue from where I stopped, to correct my mistake or fulfill my destiny.
Yeah.
So the chi is the essence of the creator in me.
In you, exactly.
Not the reincarnator. The day you got what ya ndụ ga-eto ogologo.
So another one because
Mba, what another one? Igbuom
Biko maka achọrọ m ịghọta ya this ihe ụwa.
Ike adọrọ m akọ dị n'ihe ụwa bye bye. Echi jụọ m bye bye.
Okay, thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Viewers all over the world, Ike Ugom, let me bring this person up. Kamalo onye create la account makwa mo nka eche no ya. Enugu branch a kedu o emo na buzu eziokwu na ndụ.
Yes, sir. Ụtụtụ ọma maazị.
Okay, ọ ka ndị na-achọ na ọ bụrụ ihe ọzọ. Ọkwa nke nwanne anyị nwoke Mathias ba? Okay, jisi ike. Ọ ya abalị.
Ihe m chọrọ ịhụ maka nke Enugu because this nitty-gritty group, so mụ anọ na-achọ m ịma maka the group.
Okay, very soon m ga-post all the link to this group ka unu onye ọbụla scan no make post barcode to all the WhatsApp group, every group I nwe. Iwata. So please, if you've learned something today, comment where you've been watching from. Maazị Dibia, I'm watching from Abuja, Nigeria as of today. I'm Abuja now. And like I told you all, I will be going next week. I'll be going to Russia, St. Petersburg and Moscow. We have some research to do there. And also after our research, we have some enjoyment. I'm going to go to Russia. I can have enjoyment on this work. I see. Nini sent the request that I did not attend to. I'm sorry. It's not out of negligence. Rather, it is because Nika Ugomo. I'm tired. Because Can the Russia because send them high Kamalu no. I'm going to nenu. Please, if you learned something today, can you write a word of encouragement to the teacher today, please? If you've learned something today, can you write any word of encouragement to the teacher? Word of encouragement? Biko ana m achọ kedu ndị ya enyere m aka ndị ya agbalụ m tiketi nji eje Russia. Who will buy my ticket? Kedu ndị ọ dị n'aka? Ụmụnne anyị nọ obodo oyibo nwere ego kedu ndị ya agbala anyị tiketi? Ọ bụgodu business class ka unu gonye m. Deserve kwana m ịdị na-efe business class. O nwere ka ọ dị na-azọ seat na economy. Obiam n'ọnụ njọ. Onye ga-agbalụ m tiketi nji eje Russia, please. Onye ga-agbalụ m tiketi? Who will pay my ticket? Onye ga-agbalụ m tiketi? Agwa m ndị UAE ha ma ọfụma nkwụsị na be ha. I talk am. If they do well, I go stop for nkwụsị na Dubai for 4 days. I talk am. I fit do am. Edego m afafa na m ga-abịa be ha. But they no one turn up. If they turn up, I go stop for their place. Okay? So for anybody that did not answer, please, it is not out of negligence. It is because my eyes cannot. If they tell you the kind of headache I'm having, you will not believe. It's not easy saying all this thing I'm saying. No. In Ajukwu onwere typewriter dị n'ime m. Since morning I've been awake. Ejego nke ọtụ today pụta jee nke a pụta eje nke ọtụ na-abụ today wee pụta wee bịakwa. So I'm sorry that I will try and post this teaching on YouTube for posterity's sake. Please, Prime Minister, remind me to post this teaching tomorrow.
Okay.
Yes. I once said Chukwu Okike Abịama. Someone said I'm wrong. Ask me tomorrow, I will explain. So,
Actually, that always chicken yourself about twins. You that call about that twins well tomorrow. Mona get.
Abia ka oblozi ọma ya ezi na Russia.
Okay.
So, biko, mmadụ one nọ na Russia ebe a? Ịmadụ nọ na Russia indicate. Ndị nọ na Russia.
Actually, yeah, 5 years to 5.
Okay, chief go na Russia ebe ndị Russia amalụgo ụlọ. Okay, biko, onye o metụ n'obi ọ bụgodo 2 million inye m ka m add ya n'ego tiketi. Ọgwa na ị nwere 2 million inye m 500,000. Ọ bụrụ 200,000 inye m ka m wee mezuo BTA. Agbara aka m odogwu. Ịghọta. So, whichever way, and ekene unu ncha niile. Na the one thing is to be a teacher, another thing is to have a listening audience. For you to know that n'ihe anyị na-eme na-aga bụ ọ dịrị izi mmadụ ebita n'abalị na-ekwu ife ya bụ ulu mmadụ abụọ onwe ya ụla to listen to it. So for the people asking what time do we start tomorrow, I told you ọbụrụ m nwa onwe m, I don't determine the time. And tomorrow I think I have an evening flight to catch. So I really don't know when I'll get to my new state. So I don't know, but I will come live tomorrow. I came very late today. I'll still come late tomorrow again. So this is me. I've spent 3 hours, 22 minutes in the live stream. I've done something. I've imparted some knowledge to people that care to listen. Akosebi ihe ojii ọda mmiri ọgụ ya na arụ ovu onye dịbe nna m na chi anyị dị iche iche melu na amala ọ ya dịla unu na mma. Ana m asụrụ unu ọfọ ndụ tani osisi fulu na-atụ nkwe uvele ma ji enye unu. Ana m akpọ ife niile na-emela Igbo ife ka ọ dịla anyị na mma ebe ọ bụ na onye nọ nwoke lalụ ya teta ụla ọmaka meela anyị na eke n'oyi na afọ na nkwọ n'aba Chukwu n'ọdịnala.
Iteta ụra ka anyị kwuo na m ga-akpọ gị na fon gị teta.
Udo dị nwanne m.